Let's get it. Let's get it. get it.
It's a fine, wonderful morning for more PUBG Mobile action here at the PMCO Spring Split Wildcard 2021. My name is Blair, and joining me as usual is going to be ClashBot47. Clash, I don't know about you, we have 2 days remaining. It's getting tense here.
It is getting tense. Come on, 2 days, and we have some teams who's already crossed that 100 mark, so I don't know who's going to be that the teams who will be getting those top 2 positions, but yeah, I'm excited to play. I'm sure you are as well, right?
Oh, I am.
2 days, 8 more games.
I know, just 8 more games to decide which 2 teams out of 32 will make it to through to the next stage. We do, of course, have 2 favorites who are looking good right now, but we cannot count anyone out. We still have a few games remaining. Let's take a look very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, at what these teams are playing for, apart from the 2 spots up for grabs. We, of course, have a prize pool here. It's just shy of 30,000 USD. You can see how the money is distributed. Obviously, the lion's share going to the top 2, top 3 spots, and then of course it gets lesser and lesser the further down you go when it comes to your placings. We've already said goodbye to 16 teams who took home $300 apiece, and we can quickly take a look at the way the points are going to be earned as well. That's more important for a majority of these teams. It's not the money, it's the glory, as well as the fact that they will be qualifying for the next stage and for their journey to the Pro League. First spot is going to be 15 points, second place is going to be 12 placement points, third 10, fourth 8, and so on. If you get from the 8th to the 12th, you'll only get 1 placement point, and if it's the bottom 4 in the server, you do get 1 big fat 0. The kill point, however, is something we've realized that it's something which has been really helping out a few of these teams, Clash.
Yeah, of course, especially teams like Astra Academy, APES. They've been relying on those kill points more. But if you talk about PeaklySeven, they are the only team who's been playing for those placement. They haven't got much kill, but the placement point is what they are focusing on, it seems.
Well,
so yeah, kill point is important, but also this placement points as we talked about.
Well, in the case of PeaklySeven, I would love to see them maybe get a few more kills here. Let's take a look at the match standings. I do believe that is ready from the end of yesterday, where we saw how these teams kind of laid out at the end of the halfway point, at the halfway mark of the playoffs, right? So we have the overall rankings. Astra Academy still on top, still the kings of the hill. 8 games played, 3 chicken dinners. Almost 50% of those games went the way of Astra Academy. 76 placement points, 58 kills, 134 points in total. Coming in second is APES Incorporated, trailing by almost 30 points, 28 points to be more precise. They have way more kills than the placement points. In fact, the highest number of kills in the rankings. PeaklySeven in a close third, 103, 3 points separating APES Incorporated and PeaklySeven. The big difference being PeaklySeven, they rely heavily on the placement points, 66 as opposed to the 46 of APES, and 37 kills as compared to the 60 kills that APES Incorporated have. Fourth place is NAIKON, fifth is ReaperX, sixth is Victor Gaming, all 3 teams in a 70-point mark. Then we have Firepower and NepalEsports. And as we do head into day 3, the penultimate day of the playoffs here, for teams like NAIKON, ReaperX, and Victor Gaming, they just needed one good game clash to be able to at least get close to the likes of APES and PeaklySeven.
Yeah, of course. With only 8 games left, I believe that they can achieve that thing as well. Because 70 points, that's about 30 points difference between, top 2 and this 6th place. So I think that's pretty much achievable. However, the teams who's got, below 50 points, it's gonna be really a little tough for them. It's not impossible, but it's definitely going to be a little tough for these teams.
Yeah.
And as you look at this, as you look at this page, these are the teams, these are the top teams who's been relying heavily on those placement points that we talked about. Gozza, they've been killing some, but this is not enough. You have to find that balance that we were talking about.
Yeah, 40 points, it's looking grim right now. If it was the top 6 teams, or maybe the top 5 teams, or 4 teams qualifying, you could say, yeah, you just need a couple of good games. You still have 8 games remaining. You can always make your way, you can always try and make your way to the top 5 and qualify. But the fact that it's only 2 spots available makes it pretty much Hunger Games like, the survivors in the end is going to be just these 2 teams. So looking at the way Astra Academy, APES Incorporated, and PeaklySeven are poised to kind of, I wouldn't say take this yet, but they're looking very, very solid at the moment. What do some of the teams who are between a 70 to 40 point mark need to do today to make it possible for them to get a top 2 spot at the end of the playoffs?
Well, for the teams like who's got 70 plus mark, I think they need to focus on those placement points and few kill points, because that chicken dinner is going to help them a lot. But the teams who is below 70 points, they have to get some kill points and also those placement points. They have to do both, because they're gonna have to try hard, right? That's a huge difference, like 50 plus points difference.
Okay, I mean, so basically you're saying that they need to go for a high-risk plays, basically, right? Just go for super high-risk plays. Who dares wins. You need to go for some of these battles, and it's unfortunate. We saw a few teams trying to take the fight to the likes of Astra Academy, the likes of APES Incorporated yesterday. It didn't quite work out for them. They were able to get a couple of kills here and there, but the favorites, there's a reason that these 2 Mongolian teams are the favorites right now. But PeaklySeven have shown that they can hang with the rest, except they have a very different approach, which is cool for me to see, right? You see these top 3 teams, and each of these 3 teams have a very drastic approach to how to play the game. You have APES, who are just pure raw aggression and fragging capability. You have PeaklySeven, who play for the placement points. They try to avoid fights as much as possible. And you have Astra Academy, who's kind of like a healthy balance between the both of them.
Of course, and let me remind you, NAIKON is the only team in that top 5 list without chicken dinner.
That is true. Let's take a look at the schedule, though. Let's take a look at the schedule to just kind of paint the picture as to what we will be seeing here today. No changes whatsoever. It's going to be the same old schedule, the same old series of maps that's going to be played here. It's going to be starting off on Erangel, everyone's home ground, everyone's favorite. We have Sanhok to follow up. And then, of course, we have Miramar. And to close things out at the end of the day, it is going to be Erangel once more. So in total, we got 4 Erangels, 2 Miramars, and 2 Sanhoks remaining. Not many opportunities remaining for these teams, but we're not going to be wasting any more time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be jumping in straight into the server. I do believe we have everyone ready to jump off that plane, deploy the parachutes, and drop to whatever locations they like dropping towards. And now we've seen a lot from these teams now, Clash. So give me your thoughts. Do you expect to see any surprises in the drop locations?
Well, I don't think we can see those things today because, you know, they only have 2 games, I'm sorry, 2 days left for the finals here. And I'm sure these teams know, especially 2 teams, APES and PeaklySeven, who is 3 points difference between, I think they only have 3 points different, right?
Yep.
So they must be careful not to engage with each other anytime too soon here with the map, because that could cost them a lot. Since 3 points, it's pretty much achievable. And talking about the drop location, I don't think they're going to change anything here because they want to be in that comfort zone. They want to play like they used to. I don't think there is going to be any new thing, you know, any new drop location or nothing like that. For me, I don't think that's going to happen here.
Well, let us take a look at how the teams are dropping over, and I guess you're right. You have ReaperX and Astra Academy dropping late, heading towards military base as usual. Astra Academy going to be dropping towards Nova Ripnoi, and the circle's actually going to be favoring the plane path, right? It is following the plane path, the end of the plane path rather. So apart from WTC and WC KTM, and maybe 5 Power and VG, almost everyone is in the circle. And this is something we've noticed which has been favoring, I might say, APES quite a bit, despite the fact they don't really have as many placement points as the top 3, top 4 teams. The fact that they always lag smack in the center of the map towards Pochinki, it basically helps them out a lot because majority of the times they are in the first circle or sometimes even the second circle. And secondly, a lot of the teams start rotating in through near Pochinki, which is why they have an opportunity to take so many fights, right? They pretty much announce themselves. They're like, hey, we're going to be here. We're going to be in that hill right next to Pochinki. And if you want to take a fight with us. And I feel like that really helps them get these early, win these early, not win rather, but rather rack up a lot of kills early on.
Yeah, that definitely helps them a lot. But, the APES, they basically went to the Pochinki and followed the same pattern to the hills, like you said before. But I don't think they can do such kind of maneuver today because the circle is completely favoring the eastern side of the map, and the Pochinki is not even the dead center. And like you said, APES, they used to go in the dead center of the play zone, but here it is not. It's somewhere, to the edge of the circle. The Pochinki is somewhere around the edge of the circle. So I think the way they played before, like going up to the hill after looting the Pochinki, that is something we may not see today. But, APES, we can always expect something new from Team APES.
I mean, that is something which happened yesterday, right? Not was it yesterday or was it day before?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday when, the first game where they went towards the hill, and I think it was Kanik, who went in alone before the rest of his teammates. Sanchu, yes, thank you for correcting me. And Sanchu was there, and there was a team waiting for them, right? And they got that kill. Of course, they didn't stick on around. They didn't want to duke it out with the rest of the remainders of the APES. And APES eventually wound up getting the chicken dinner there, but still, teams are very, very well aware of how APES likes to approach the, their initial drop and how they like to play post the looting stage towards Pochinki. Blake, Cage. I don't think Blake spotted out Cage. This could be an early free kill. Cage immediately dropping to the floor. He's been spotted out. He's been spotted out though. And Blake taking a couple of pot shots. And he's going to blow up the vehicle, which is a smart play from him, ensuring Cage doesn't have an easy route. But for the time being, I don't really expect much aggression from either, because I don't see any teammates nearby, which is curious.
Actually, Payne is going to surround Cage. It seems there is a flank coming in from the team Payne. Look at that. There's a backup. I think they just want to get those kills as well. But Cage, he has to move away from that place. Couple of his smoke. But that vehicle is pretty much done for... What is he doing? You should run away. Come on.
Well, he's going to swim away. We did see on the kill feed that it looks like First Blood has been drawn. Looks like a player from Nightmare has been eliminated early on. It's going to be Arco, the first player to be taken down. And it is by Domi from Epic. And Epic Gaming. Are they going for this? They seem to be getting into the vehicles and driving away. I'm not too sure. Nightmare are a team we saw yesterday. The entirety of the past couple of days, they just played so far from each other, Clash. And today, for a change, they're playing together.
Yeah, and they need this, they need this change as well for Nightmare, because they are currently at the bottom of the league standing with only like 10 or 11 points, and that's not enough, you know. It's all about those 2 places in the title. However, we have some fights going on here. Domi, I think there's a Reese, which is helping Domi to find some cover. But anyways, Nightmare, they're just looking for Domi with a nade. Oh, that was close.
I'm surprised Beams just drove on in and just got massacred by my team Nightmare. But yeah, these nades, yeah, it's a little fortunate for Domi that it hasn't really found its mark. See early fights breaking out. Domi, oh, bullets rattling off, and you're right, there's a bit of a ridge there for Domi to try and get some cover, but he's going to opt to leg it as... Whoa! What was that from Glock? The flying UAZ, and Nazi's probably wondering what the hell happened there, and Glock just taking the fight, and Glock's gonna come out on top. The Tommy gun, he's gonna go prone as well as he gets the kill. Dexter should be dropped here. That was some Hollywood blockbuster movie-esque scene right there. You don't see that often. And Nightmare coming under heavy fire. They have lost 2. Dexter is out in the field all alone. He's got some healing done, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Versi, if you can find Glock, it could be a fantastic clutch coming in here, but I think they're a little too far away, and Versi, he might just... No, he's going to stick on around. I like this. He's looking to take the fight here. But...
You know, there's nothing much Nightmare can do. It's a do or die situation for them. They are only rocking with 11 points. They have to get these kills and also, you know, get into that placement points. But looks like they're losing one after another. No, the players. Dexter is bleeding out so much. We have Epic really played well, and Glock, you said that was one hell of a Hollywood stunt. As if he just wanted to go, you know, through the window and kill the player from Nightmare just like that. That was crazy.
I can respect it. I could definitely respect it. Let's see if they do. No, there we go. Versi has legged it. Oh no, there's Unity in the distance. That's lucky for him. He's going to take the turn, a perfect turn, right outside Milta, and he's going to find himself a comfortable compound. Now, Nightmare are in the zone though, right? They are in the play zones. They don't really have to budge anytime soon. And Domi, oh, is he going to run him over? Don't. No. Just going to make him bleed out. Okay. Oh, they're going to run him over. Yeah. Oh, no, too late. It still gets the kill. It still gets a kill point. It's okay. It's all right. So Epic coming out on top. They lose a player, which was, I think, it was Beams, who I felt like he got a little too over-aggressive all alone, which is why he got punished for it. But great job overall from Glock, Domi, and Sunny to pick up the other remaining members of Nightmare. So Nightmare just down to 1 man, and Epic down to 3. But we will have 56 players left alive in the circle. Pretty, hectic start considering the circle was looking pretty good for a lot of these teams. We will be seeing a few of these teams starting to... This is something I've noticed as well. The majority of the teams don't like playing the edge of the circles, right? And this is something which I feel has been a drastic change from what I saw like a year and a half ago, where teams used to like playing the edge of the circle instead of just heading on in straight smack center. Instead, now they'd like to congregate towards a more central location, as we do see the second play zone. And Apes are going to be happy with this. You can see everyone just gravitating towards where Apes are, and Apes are just going to be licking the lips, their trigger finger ready, their scopes ready, and looking to get a few kills. Astra Academy as well, making their way up the bridge.
Yeah, the circle is going to favor the northern side, and as you said, lots of teams are focusing on that center play zone, and that could be a good play as well, because you never know where you have to go, right? And you are it's pretty much difficult to rotate when there are lots of teams around you, so getting that center location, getting that center position in the play zone is the better option for these teams. Like I said, we've seen those aces of the play zone gameplay before a year ago or so, but now looks like Mare has completely changed, and there's 2 teams fighting down here. I believe that's Unity. Did he just stop his vehicle? Oh, Warzone. Looks like he wants to take the fight from the sniper tower.
Well, he does have that angle. The problem with this particular tower, right? It's a fact that you are uphill from the houses like close by. But oh, careful there, damage. Careful there. He's getting shot at as well. Oh no, this is rough. This is rough. He's got to go prone. And luckily for him, there is that one trunk to help him out. He's going to take the fight. Actually, it's going to be Warzone taking the fight, trying to help his teammate out. A few of these smokes will be deployed, and they know they need to get to cover right now. It's not a great terrain for them to stick on around and battle out, as APES are going to come under fire from Pain. And Pain Gaming, I feel like they've been a disappointment for me in the playoffs, Clash. They were looking so good, so damn good during the group stage, but in the playoffs, they've just kind of fallen very, very quiet, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, of course. Lots of players, lots of teams, they had hope for Pain Gaming, but seems like in finals they've changed their strategy and it's not working. It's not working. You have to change the strategy here because the way they played in the group stages was completely different, and now here with the finals, they are playing in a very different way as well. And it looks like Team APES and Pain Gaming are again engaged in a battle here.
They are
way too open though.
Struggle, meanwhile, getting knocked down by his own nade. That was, I feel, a little too ultra aggressive from White. He was out in the open while taking the fight. You can see over here in the PIP a battle between Gozza, breaking out between Tension and Gozza, and so many bodies down on the ground. And Gozza, it's down to the new player. Well, new player, you better play like a veteran here, or else if you get taken down, your team's done for. It's going to be a wipe coming out, and Riley lying in wait, and that is going to be the final killing blow as White, he's gotten up, and he's continues to take the fight against Pain. Sanchur knocked down though. Hustler replies back, taking out Saxy, but this is just a back and forth fight as 5-Power joins the fray as well. Gozza, by the way, has been eliminated, ladies and gentlemen, and for APES, it's down to the one man left standing, Canik, in basically a 1v3 against Pain, and he needs to hustle a bit here. Hustler and White are distance away, and look at Mondo. You can see Mondo. You can see 5-Power pushing on in, and Pain Gaming are just thanking the lucky stars. They're like, oh, thank God we don't have to fight APES alone. So basically, two teams taking the fight to APES, and it looks like they might be just coming out on top. Boo's going to finish off White, and APES down to one lone man left standing, Canik. And this time even he realizes it's not really worth fighting. Look at Mondo though. He's unaware. He's unaware where Blake is. Do they know? Oh, you saw Nade exploding. I don't think they're aware though. And Blake is playing this one so very sneakily. Nade's exploding right next to him, but they don't seem to be very sure about his position. They seem to know now. They seem to know now. Molotov's going to come on in, and Blake is burning alive, and he's going to fall to his knees. And that sniper tower is going to be his undoing. Burnt alive, burnt to death, barbecued. And now Pain and 5-Power, they go up against each other. Meanwhile, Canik is just lying prone, watching the pandemonium as it breaks out all around him.
Yeah, Canik, he's still alive. It's a beautiful chance for him to get away from this place. Because, he's the only player alive there. And Doggy, he knows he cannot go all out since Canik could be a problem for him doing some third-party action. But also, 5-Power, they are going to be taken down. Somebody from Team Reaper. There are 4 teams here. Pain with 2 players, 5-Power with 2 players, and it seems they're going to leave that sniper tower right away, which is a good move as well. Canik, however, how much patience does he have? Because once Team Pains, Doggy finds him out, he is definitely going to take that shot against him. Definitely going to take that kill as well. But Reaper looks like they're scared of 5-Power from this heal. And, okay, Pain. Uh-oh. It's not looking good. It looks like 5-Power is going to come back again. Are they? No, they just ran away, which is good. Canik, as you can see, look at that. He's chilled out. He knows there are players all around him. That one single tree... For how long will he be there?
I think Pain are aware as well. I think Pain are aware that there was another member of APES still very much alive. Yeah. And Canik waiting, biding his time. He spots out Doggy. He knows where he is. Sees him in the vehicle. And he's not taking a shot. He's being very, very patient. Smoke being deployed means that he now knows where both these two players have probably made their home for the time being. You can see Reaper on the horizon as well. And which is why Pain are being very, very careful. They're not trying to take too much of an aggressive stance here in Canik. You got to appreciate the patience. From a player from APES to showcase trigger discipline, that's something I did not believe was possible.
Of course. Look how patient he is. He wants to shoot. I know he wants to shoot, but his captain must be okay. Don't shoot. You just stay there. That's the safest place for now. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Kanik, look at that. He's he's ready to shoot. If somebody pops up there, he's gonna take that shot. But one nade. That's all Pain needs to be eliminated. But looks like Doggy. Come on, what are they doing? You have a vehicle. You can simply bounce off from that place. It's not even inside that play zone. Look at that. 5 power, they made a huge move. They're inside the circle. WCKTM as well, they're inside the circle. In fact, these are the two teams who's completely okay so far. But lots of teams will be heading towards the circle from the southern part of the map. And Pain, that's a knockdown for the team. Rambo is going to be the only one who will be able to defend here. And looks like Team Reaper, they simply are going to leave these two teams behind,
which is the right call
into the cycle.
Yeah, which is, I guess, the right call because you still have a lot of players left alive here. And Kanik, Kanik's coming in. Vengeance is going to be sweet here. Rambo is going to get a resin. If he's got a nade, if Kanik has a nade, and they know if a nade comes sailing in, they are done for. But Kanik's going to still get a knock on the Doggy. Rambo, can he calculate trajectory? Does he know where he is? The nade. A little bit off. Kanik, he's going to use that opportunity to push on up. Now, even the res comes in. Doggy's going to be low. And Kanik's going to take the fight. Rambo on a point of health. And Apes, they come out on top. It was a prolonged battle between Apes and Pain Gaming. But somehow, Kanik left alone. He gets vengeance for his teammates. As Epic, they come flying straight towards NAIKON. And NAIKON holding the line, blowing up any vehicles who dares try to contest their territory. And did that thing just blow up or was it a graphical? It looked like it just went up in the air, but you can see Kanik, you can almost hear the gears turning in his head where he's like, all right, how do I enter the circle? He can hear where NAIKON are. He doesn't want to take this fight. He's all alone, and there are 4 members of NAIKON waiting. So even if he does have the uphill advantage, it's not going to be easy. So Kanik has to figure out a way to sneak his way in. And because of that vehicle explosion over in the horizon, NAIKON are aware that there is still the potential of a team behind them. And the circle is shrinking in. And Kanik, his options, it's dwindling. It's running out.
Yeah, he did do really well out there killing, every member from Team Pain. But it looks like this is not going to be an easy task for him to enter the circle because NAIKON, as I said, they're right ahead of him. And if he tries to go straight towards NAIKON, that could be like a suicidal mission, You can't simply go all out towards NAIKON when you are the only person left for your team. And Team Apes Kanik, he is actually looting. He might be able to enter the circle from the northern side of the map. But that's going to be a huge rotation for him himself.
Yeah, it's going to be a big rotation indeed. As we do take a look at how many teams are left alive here, we have 13 teams. Oh, it looks like we only had 15 teams drop in today. One team is missing. I can find which team that is for you in a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the usual suspects are there, though, right? We have Apes, got 5 power, we got Epic Gaming, Astra Academy, PeaklySeven, NAIKON. Damage will fall, and that VG Gaming will be eliminated as well. They don't get a single point to their name. 3 of the teams down to 1 man. Nightmare on 1, WayToConqueror on 1, Apes on 1, and Kamikaze on a lone man mission. He's the last man standing, and he's going for a very desperate gambit here to try and stay alive, and he's going to find himself some shelter.
And that's a good move, WayToConqueror. Yesterday was a pretty good day for WayToConqueror. I hope they do same thing today, but since there's only 1 player left for the team, it looks different, but Versi, he's the only player left for Nightmare, and I guess he's going to play with his circle, and that's a really good move. That's a really good strategy as well, because lots of the teams, almost every team wants to go towards the dead center of the map.
And look what's happening.
Yeah,
absolutely. And what I just wanted to point out here real quickly is that battle between P7 breaking out, P7 and 10 Shade. They're going to duke it out against each other, and if the final member for Nightmare plays it smart, he can just swoop in and finish off these 2 teams, right? He can just third party single-handedly. But right now, considering how close he is to the circle, he's not taking the fight. Versi, there we go. Rounds off a few shots, and unfortunately for him, the fight is taking with is against Astra Academy. Immediate repositioning, which is smart from him. But it's not going to be easy here. Cage deploying a smoke, because that's an obvious tell that there is a player nearby. Falcon running outside, trying to zig and zag, but he gets taken down by a member from his opposition. There's going to be hypes from PeaklySeven. He is making life miserable for his opponents. And PeaklySeven looking good. The only problem right now for PeaklySeven is the fact that they're so far away from each other. Versi will be finished off finally. He did get the knock on Astra Academy, but he gets punished for his temerity. And look at the circle, Clash. Kanik hasn't moved. Oh, now
yeah, you know,
maybe
he should be entering the circle from the northern side. Yeah, I think he's moving slowly. Yes, he's gone. Okay, lots of fires inside.
Goodbye, Riley.
Say...
Goodbye, Riley. He's gonna burn and he's gonna be just obliterated there. And Tenche, the bleeding members. So are Astra Academy. That nade from one of the members, and it's gonna be top. Getting taken down on his knees. He still can be rezzed up though, but they need to somehow win some of these duels before they have a little bit of safety to work with here. Pika's going to find Cage. In the meantime, 10 Shade. I don't know how many members they have remaining, but it's not looking good. NAIKON as well. Rattling of bullets. And from Astra Academy, I can only see Pika on the from screens over here, but we are aware the number of players, number of his teammates nearby to help him out if needs be. And there we go. Pika gets another drop. It's going to be 9 who will fall for NAIKON. And Nade's flying thick and fast as well. NAIKON, I think they only have Chaser remaining. And he has a lot of work to do. He's got to get 2 reses. And he's got to stay alive as well. And it's not looking good at all. And Action going for a long flank with a vehicle. He spots on Falcon. This positioning from him is pristine. And he's got to find a member. And it's only 1 member left here for the side of 10 Shade. I believe it is only Cage. As I say that, so it is the same for Astra Academy. Pika will be knocked. And that's Action pushing on in, trying to get a res on his teammate.
Yeah, that was a really good move by Action. Despite, you know, being knocked, he rest, and now it's time for him to revive his teammate Pika, who is going to be his sole partner. So yeah, as you can see, you know, so many players down here in the southern portion. That's what I'm talking about. KTM Rage taking some kills, and Tenche, I believe they have been eliminated with 6 kills in the name, which is good. But you know, talking about Team Astra Academy, they are in a very comfort zone. You know, 134 points. They're good. All they need to do is, you know, get some placement points, get some kill points, like they've been doing. They've found that perfect, sweet balance in the game, and looks like they have to enter the cycle again. NAIKON is being...
He's getting bullied. The nade's so good from Astra Academy. It's a 2v2 here. And oh no, another nade and flying. Can he get the res in time? Yes, he will. Just with a little bit of time to spare. And that's an opportunity for Chaser to heal himself. But the smokes have dissipated. The circle is shrinking in. It's finally starting to move. So Chaser's going to deploy a couple of smokes towards the enemy. And nades as well. He's tossing in everything he has, but it's not really finding its mark. And Pika and Action are keeping NAIKON at bay. They have to make a move as well, as Mondo will fall to the play zone. And that's 5 power eliminated in 8th position with 4 kills to the name. Flying will fall as well, and that is going to be it. Team NAIKON, it was a battle. It was a war of attrition between 2A and NAIKON, and 2A are going to come out on top. Action, that vehicle is almost going to blow up, and it does. And Action will fall to his knees, and he is no more. ReaperX, they get the kill onto Action. And Pika as well, I believe, and Astra Academy. It was a long battle for survival, but they barely survived before they finally fall. And Kanik, well, he is just gonna chug all the energy drinks, rattle off a few bullets. He's playing a very, very risky game here, trying to find a kill before he falls, and he will indeed find Admiral. But can he push in? He can. But never mind, the play zone finds Kanik. He's stuck around a little too long. Final 4 teams left in the circle, 12 alive. Barely though, Sparsh and Admiral, both on their knees. The res has to come on in. And this is heating up. And for PeaklySeven, this could be such a fantastic game, Clash.
Yeah, the way they left the previous fighting zone, that was simply amazing, you know. Team Astra Academy, they were busy fighting with NAIKON, and they just sneaked up. Team PeaklySeven, they sneaked up to the northern side of the map, which was completely open at that time. Now they have that control. Now they are scattered as well in this open field. They have some cover as well. The only thing is patience. We've seen how patient these guys can be. Sneaks with that chicken dinner yesterday. That was some crazy move. I think the same thing could repeat today as well. There's some nades just trying to clear, just trying to scare the enemy. I think he knows there is a player just behind the reeds. Uh-oh. Is it? Oh, perfect nade. Sneaks. Perfect nade. And KTM Rage, they are about to lose a player. And, you know, the circle is so small. There is no way these guys can, you know, simply crouch and try to revive their teammates. That would be really, really insane. And we have Sunny. I believe he is he's all alone by himself. If he gets knocked down, there is no revival. There is no rest coming in for him.
There is Domi nearby. Domi is still alive for Epic.
Yeah, but they cannot simply, crouch and revive
yeah.
teammates in the middle of the
Like if you get
battlefield.
knocked down, yeah, going for a res, I feel it's just simply not worth the risk, right? PeaklySeven though, even though they have all 4 players left alive, they are well outside the circle. They're the only team who's still outside the circle. They need to make a play. Sparsh, oh, that's a brave play, bro. That's a very, very brave play. And it's getting shot at from multiple directions. And Domi, he shows his hand. And because of that, he tried to get the knock, but because of that, he gets punished. Spurge will survive. Great covering fire being given by his teammate. That is, of course, the man himself, Sam OP. He's got that rock to work with. That rock could come in very handy, but it's not for long, right? Because in a few seconds, that rock is going to be inside of the blue, so he will have to move in. But for the time being, he's got that cover. It's 4 members alive for WC KTM Rage as well. 3 alive for PeaklySeven. And Sunny, the lone man standing for Epic Gaming.
Sneaky move. Lots of snakes in Erangel. Sunny, I don't think he knows, right? He's looking completely the other way. Snakes, however, I think these teams are going to play with with that white circle. Nobody wants to go dead center. And look at that. Not a single cover.
That's a huge nade coming in. WC KTM Rage. I don't even know how they calculated that one. It just landed smack on top of the player. And that's going to force a few remaining smokes to be deployed. And I think Sneak has spotted out Sunny. He can spot Sunny downhill. Calculates a nade. Nade, this could be it. Oh, no, it's a little too shy. Could still deal a bit of damage, though. It does indeed. 49 points of damage being dealt by the nade. And Sneak is still crawling around. Still trying to make sure Sunny's not going to be able to escape. And indeed, he will find his prey. And that is going to be Epic Gaming getting eliminated. Now, Nonstop has been res, and he's got a few seconds here to heal himself. A wall of smokes being deployed. We're down to the final 3 teams, 4v2, v3.
So 2 players for Team Reaper. WC, okay, KTM Rage, they got everybody alive in the game, which is good. But also PeaklySeven, they are waiting these players so patiently. And lots of nades being thrown out. Oh, play. What is going on here? There is not a single cover.
Yeah.
No smokes deployed. No smokes deployed.
I know. It's going to come down to the bush over there, though. They have a couple of bushes in front of them. Oh, there we go. Smoke's starting to be deployed right now. This is going to get messy, Clash. This is going to get very messy.
Okay, ReaperX. Now it's going to be a Mongolian team versus Nepali team. WC KTM Rage. 4 players, 3v4. That's what we are about to see. And sneaking up a little closer. They are going to be outnumbered pretty soon.
They are going to be outnumbered, but then they need to still hit their marks. And there we go. Sneak will be taken down as well. It's all on Nonstop. This one's done. Nonstop. He is so very low in health. And they will just completely mow the lawn, mow the grass with those bullets. And there you have it, WC KTM Rage, a team who have been languishing in the at the bottom of the table so very long. They will no longer languish at the bottom of the table. They will jump up 1 spot to 15th place. Hey, you know what? A chicken dinner is a chicken dinner, right? Doesn't matter if you're the first place in the overall tally or if you're the last of the 15th position. Still a well-played game coming in from WC KTM Rage. For PeaklySeven, though, they're going to be very happy about it. We can talk more about this in detail as we take a look at the MVP, the top players of the map and whatnot. ReaperX, Sam OP, fantastic job from him. But if you're PeaklySeven right now, you're feeling pretty happy at the moment, Clash.
Of course, like I said, they've been so consistent with their with their games, with their placement points. I don't know how they're doing it, but they must be pretty happy because APES, they got eliminated too early. PeaklySeven, I think they have dethroned Team APES from that 2nd spot.
Yeah, we can take a look at the top players as well, and I'm sure we'll see a couple of players here from WC KTM. Sujin there with 3 kills, Mondo with 4. Hypes from PeaklySeven, just with the 2 kills with 600 points of damage, pretty solid damage. And we take a look at the match summary as well. where we can take a look at who had the longest distance skill up. A plus 300 meter kill, not bad at all for Mondo, and 13,500 meters traveled by P7's nonstop. Yeah, he can't stop, he won't stop, he's nonstop. And of course, we have Mufasa from NAIKON with 3 assists as well. And with that done, let's take a look at the match standings. We did see WC KTM Rage get the chicken dinner, and they got 6 kills as well. A pretty low fragging affair, but it felt like every team got a decent number of kills. So we have 6, 7, 5, 6, 4, 3, 6, 5, but everyone in the top 8 getting a decent number of kills. So the total points have not been kind of taken over by 1 or 2 teams. Everyone's sharing the points pretty equally. Astra Academy 10 points, tied with APES, so both of them are going to be increasing the tally a little bit more. Of course, PeaklySeven with 17, and that's gonna get them closer to Astra Academy. That's going to secure them the 2nd spot right now, which is looking good for them. Let's take a look now at the second half of the table, where we have the losers of this game. 5 Power, just 5 points. Unity, Pain Gaming, Nightmare, at least getting a couple of points. WTC with the 1, and Victor Gaming and GozzaEsports, unfortunately, with Big Fat 0. Victor Gaming is going to be a little annoyed with that, because they were climbing up the ladder, and every game now, like you pointed out, Clash, every game matters here, and getting a 0 is definitely not something they would be happy with.
Of course, and also I think we missed NepalEsports in the first game here in day 3, and
true.
Well, that's going to cost them a lot, right? Since we don't have much games left, every single matches counts here, so that's kind of a hard thing.
And we can take a look now at the overall standings as well, where we can see the way the way the table is. But before that, we do of course have the damage graph. Can take a look at how the skyscrapers are laid out. It's much better. This is a much better city. You have the skyscrapers, you have the mid-sized towers, you have the smaller ones, the suburban houses on the right-hand side as well. You can see over here ReaperX getting the chunk of the damage, and a server PeaklySeven close second, and then coming in third was actually Astra Academy with the 6 kills, joined by team KTM Rage as well, when 1178 points of damage. So yeah, much more even share, even distribution of the damage. And now we can take a look at the overall standings, and that is what I believe every one of us have been waiting for. Astra Academy 144 points. They have clung on to that top spot very, very efficiently, very, very effectively. PeaklySeven now on 120 points, claiming the 2nd spot for themselves. Trailing now behind them in the 3rd place is APES Incorporated. ReaperX in 4th position with 93. They are slowly but definitely battling here. NAIKON in the 5th place. Victor Gaming, because they've got 0 points, there will remain stagnant on 70. Epic Gaming and 5 Power to finish up the top 8. And I just want to point out, PeaklySeven have almost double placement points as compared to the kills. They have 42 kills and 78 placement points. That is just ludicrous. And we can take a look now very quickly at the second half of the table here. In Clash, which teams here do you really want to see step up and shine coming up on Sanhok?
These teams here, like I said, it's going to be really important games for them. But if I have to pick a team, well, I would love to see probably WayToConqueror, because they're close. They're close to the top 8 list, 44 points. NepalEsports, they haven't played the first game, so come on. I hope they don't miss the second one, though.
Well, let's see if that does happen indeed, but that's how it stands right now. Still, a few of these teams have an opportunity, have a chance to make it. It's looking grim for a few of them. It's looking good for a few of them. Whether it's going to pan out or not, we're going to be finding out. But before that, we're going to be going to a very quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back with Sanhok. That's game number 2 coming in of the penultimate day of PMCO Spring Split Wildcard 2021.
Let's get it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more action here at the PMCO Spring Split Wildcard 2021. My name is Blair, and joining me, as usual, is going to be ClashBot 47. We saw a hell of a game there. PeaklySeven almost coming out on top, but WC KTM Rage, they had a very quiet playoffs here, but they finally stood up and claimed that chicken dinner, ClashBot. Now that they've done it, can anyone else?
Probably yes, because that was a misses for that was a misses for everybody. Like KTM Rage got that chicken dinner, despite starting from the bottom of the leaderboard here. They were like, okay, we're not done, guys. We still have that flame inside us. Let's get some chicken dinner. We're gonna give you some competition up there in the leaderboard, because it's not just about the title for the team who is currently down below. In the leaderboard, it's about the prize pool as well. So
indeed, it is about a prize pool as well. It's also about boasting rights. You don't want to be the bottom of the table at the end of the playoffs over here. Take a look though at this plane path coming in on Sanhok. Right, it's going to be starting all the way from the southwestern side of the island and ending between Khao and Mong Nai, towards pretty much a northern tip. Right next to the northern tip of the island, and it's going to be pretty comfortable. It's Sanhok, right? It's a map where it doesn't matter what the plane path is. You're not too worried about where the teams will land. And so far, at least in Sanhok, we haven't seen any crazy circles. It's been kind of neutral play zones coming in, at least initially. And that's something we've noticed. Apart from a few, there we go, another neutral play zone. Teams that won't be forced to go for an early rotation anytime soon. So apart from like maybe a couple of early fights breaking out because a couple of teams drop in the same spot, we have surprisingly seen very less initial action on Sanhok compared to, let's say, a map like even Miramar or Erangel, where we've seen early firefights breaking out. But Sanhok has been unusually quiet until, of course, the very end of the map, where it's like 50 players in one tiny circle and bodies just drop like flies. But yeah, it has been a quiet game, or rather a quiet map so far in the tournament for me personally.
Of course, and Sanhok is a map. It's small. It's fierce. It's small. We can find some snakes in the map itself, and we love to watch in Sanhok. But I can feel the pressure in these teams. Whenever we play in the Sanhok map, because you never know where you are going to be shot from. That's the only thing that should be really careful here. And talking about the drop location here, Astra Academy, as usual, going towards the boot camp, they have nothing to worry about. Still leading the leaderboard with 140 plus points. That's good. And Reaper, Gozza, they've kind of splitted the teams, maybe because they want to know more about their surrounding before they rotate here in the Sanhok. And of course, you cannot roam around the maps like that in this jungle area like that. But NepalEsports looks like they are here in the game and already got 2 knocks, which is good. Asok.
I think it's 3 knocks. I think he got 3 knocks there. That is humongous. Yeah, he finds Cage as well in the distance. Riley is down. And 10 Shade, oh no. Disaster has struck NepalEsports. They weren't even in the server in the first game. And here they are, ready to wreak havoc. And 10 Shade, where is the final member? I can't see him anywhere on the map. And this is it's not a good start for Tenshade. They're a team who are in contention of, if not making it to the top 2, at least cracking the top 5, making a name for themselves. And right now, NepalEsports are making their life a little miserable.
Well, I don't think Riley's going to be rest here because his teammate is really, really far away. And Asok just taking his time. I don't know. He has... I wonder if he has enough bullets in his... Oh, he doesn't even have a backpack. I hope he's got enough bullets in his weapon there. But looks like he's going to take 3 kills. And Falcon is the only player left for Team Tenshade. This is too early for these teams to fight here. However, NepalEsports, they're going to be happy with it. Since they missed the first game, the second game, they're going to start pretty good.
Yeah, that's a right way to start, right? Even though you're a man down, even though you're a player down to start things off, you have 3 players in the server, you get 3 knocks, 3 kills. That's points, baby. 5 power, a few bullets into the vehicle of Boo, and they're like, all right. Let's just kind of compose ourselves here, loot up a little bit, have enough ammunition to work with, and then work together as a unit. They're decently looted up, a lot of level 1 stuff on a couple of these players, but they're not going to be too worried about it, you know? You can just kill the player and take away their loot, right? That's how it works. And the team who was taking shots at them, taking pot shots at them, I believe was NAIKON. You can see Mufasa in the background over there, quickly moving alongside the rest of his teammates. I remember seeing Apes nearby. Maybe you can take a look at the minimap production and see where the teams are at the moment, because this seems to be a bit of a lull in the action, apart from, you know, NAIKON and 5 Power having just exchanging a couple of bullets here and there. I would like to see where Team Apes are, because looking at the minimap earlier, I saw 5 Power were right next to Apes Incorporated, and they were smack center of the map. So, and we know how Apes like to play, right? They like to play it from a more central position. There we go. I can see White in the background there. They're nearby. They can hear all these bullets, and they're, you know, they've finished the bananas. They've tossed away the peels, and they're ready to go.
Yep, they are. And, you know, I just checked the social media. Apes, they were just training themselves in the gym, you know, physically, mentally. I believe they are prepared for these finals. I believe they were preparing for the finals, you know. and you know, yeah, there is a surprising thing. Case is back in the game. Tenshade, they have 2 players now. NepalEsports, they just left the knockdown player behind, went up to the Hatin, and now Falcon, he made his way out. Case is back.
Cage is back indeed, and right now I'm waiting patiently. He can hear the footsteps running past him. The drop comes in. Are they going to go for it?
He's got shotgun.
Yeah, if they push on up towards him, he can wreck them. But Pain, they didn't go for the loot. What?
No.
That's so surprising. And Gozza, they know they're going to come back for this, right? I mean, Pain have to come back for this, right? No, they're not. Pain just run away. They're like, nah, screw the drop. We don't need it. And Gozza's now wondering. They're like, wait, what? That was bait. That was perfect bait, guys. But they don't fight. And now Apes taking the fight with 9. A perfectly placed shot. But because of that brave jump up from Sanchir, he will be knocked down as well. And NAIKON Mufasa pushing on in, trying to finish off the job. He's going to deal a few bullets. Hustler will be finished off, but Kanik has arrived to try and help his teammate out. Sanchir trying to crawl back to safety, but Mufasa will finish him off. Mufasa doing a fantastic job preventing Apes from going from the res. And now Apes down to just 2 members, Kanik and White. Now we know how good individually both these players are, but in 2v4, maybe it's a fight they don't really want to take, but it looks like they're going to be going for it anyway. White, Tommy out. They're working together. They want to make sure that they don't get shot from behind, and they are indeed getting shot from afar. And Kanik's going to drop and tosses in an energy drink straight into his system. Kanik and White both getting taken on very, very early here in the... Sanchir and Hustler getting taken on very, very early in the game here. So Apes once more off to an iffy start compared to how they were yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, Team Apes, they've lost 2 players here, but we can feel the hunger, right? We can feel the hunger from Team Apes. They don't have enough loot in their backpack. They don't even have proper Kevlar. They are willing to take those fights to the enemy, and they've been killing as well. So looks like they're very, very hungry, not really focused on those placement points like we were talking about. Maybe they're pumped up by all those exercises, but looks like Team Apes, they have to be careful now. They're inside the circle, lost 2 players. Kanek, finally, he's coming back towards his teammates, which is good, and they're going to hold on to this compound a little longer. And it looks like team also towards the northern side of the map, we have NepalEsports. They have found K's again, I believe so, and they are on the in the process of getting inside the circle from the northern side, including Team KTM Rage and Apes. However, they're still here with the boot camp. They're going to hold their place. I believe a circle or 2. They are going to be here, but lots of teams are focusing to that dead center, which is going to be huge, which could be a boot camp circle in the end. And oh, it's running wild open. What is he doing? Iron is going to be taken down.
Yeah, that's not looking good for Iron. He does have a bit of cover here, but for Yugu to make a play, or a Jugu. If you're Danish, I think the J is pronounced as a Y. But considering they're called NepalEsports, I'm assuming they're not from Denmark. So Jugu, I'll pronounce his name correctly. Jugu right. will get the res in towards the Iron. I've been casting too many other esports titles where I have a lot of Danish players playing, and all the J's are Y's. Panic, waiting patiently. Oh no, he gets taken down, and no mercy will be shown, and Apes will be the first team to be eliminated. Would you look at that? 1 point is all they will find, and if I'm PeaklySeven right now, I'm just grinning from year to year. You're like, okay, all right, we got a lead. It's barely a lead. I think they were leading like 4 or 5 points, and now they got knocked out at 1 point. All we need to do is get like a top 4, top 5 placing. Forget placings, get like 10 points in the game, and they manage to extend the lead. And that could be Apes Incorporated trailing behind the PeaklySeven with just 6 games remaining. So the pressure is on. And I love this because initially, let's be real, Clash, we thought it was going to be Astra Academy and Apes Incorporated running away with this tournament. And now PeaklySeven, they are definitely looking to be some pretty solid challenges. Very, very interesting battle for the second spot we have here. And again, reminding everyone, there are only 2 spots available for the taking. And right now, Astra Academy, they seem to have pretty much just kind of tattooed their name over that first place, right? It's going to be very hard for anyone to take that one away from them. But a second spot, it's up for grabs. I feel anyone can take it.
Yeah, of course. And PeaklySeven, by the look of their previous games, they are consistent. It looks like Team Epic and Nightmare, they are crashing a battle here. Looks like Versi is not going to be making it. Epic, they have these players surrounded, right? Versi is going to be acting as a bait. Oh, he's giving those information to his teammate, which is good.
Oh, the nade is perfection as well. And Nazi is calling Arco to help him out here. And Sunny, oh, what can he do, Sunny? He's trapped behind this trunk. He needs to try and isolate these fights, and he's going to push Dexter. It's a great pre-fire. Brilliant pre-fire. Can he find another one? It's a question. It looks very unlikely, and it's going to be Arco with the knock, and he will finish off Sunny. Epic down to 1 man left standing. It is Domi. And he's going to put a nature in his name. He's got to be a dominant force of nature here. He's going to do a smart thing. He's going to go for the res here to at least give himself some company as he goes for this fight. Beams is bleeding out in the distance, and I don't think Domi's going to be able to reach him in time because he's out in the open, and if he goes for the rest, he's going to leave himself open to a potential peek coming in from Dexter. But Nightmare, they seem to be okay with that.
Oh.
They seem to be okay with that. And okay. All right, a little too late there. Domi deploying the smoke to go for the res, but I guess miscommunication coming in because Beam should have told him how low he was there. So even though he got there, and if he'd gone for the res in the open, I feel it could have been a free kill for Dexter, right? He would have got on top of the rock. He would have finished off Domi as well. So all things considered, I feel like it was a right play there to let him bleed out. And Glock and Domi, what did he do with this? Did he continue the fight?
Oh, it's looking difficult for Domi, but however, he did a good job reviving Glock. He's got his teammates now, if in case something wrong goes. He still have somebody to revive him. And 5 power, I believe they're fighting here with Team Unity. 2 players down for the team, and that's the power of Thompson.
It is quite powerful. Scooby needs to be res real quickly, and I think Unity have a member, but he seems to have run away. And I guess it's fair. It's going to be hard to take on 4 members of 5 power. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be an early end for two members of Unity. They're going to be down to one man.
Yeah, 12 minutes, 30 minutes in the game. We still have 14 teams alive. This is so unlikely here in the Sanhok. And, you know, Nightmare, they must be really happy, must be really proud of him, because 3 players alive, Glock is going to be taken down. Domi, look at the patience. This is the guy who's got patience. We've seen how he played in the previous games as well. And there comes 1v3 from Domi.
He's trying to bait out a peek. He's trying to bait out a peek from a player, but this is so well played by Nightmare there. They worked together as a unit. They did not give Domi any isolated fights, right? Domi couldn't take a 1v1 fight. He had to take the 1v2, and he gets pincered between the bullets. And Nightmare, 3 kills, finally. It's been they've had a slow start in the playoffs, but they are starting to wake up into it. 3 kills, they take out Epic Gaming. APES have also been knocked out of the server as well, and we're down to 13 teams, 44 left alive, as VG Victor Gaming taking a duel with Sam's team. That's ReaperX.
Yeah, Victor Gaming, we haven't seen the team today in the kill feed much, I guess. But it looks like they're good for the moment here in the Sanhok, because they're really close to drop in the center of the play zone as well, which is good. We have lots of teams around the southwestern side of the map, lots of teams heading towards that play zone. You know, a couple of players, a couple of teams, they're also leaving the boot camp at the moment, including Astra Academy, which is currently leading the leaderboard here. And as we can see here in the map, Van, the southeastern side of the map is completely clear. Nobody there. NepalEsports, they're making a huge rotation up to the north, and the circle.
That's rough for a couple of these teams, right? Like you can see P7, Gozza, they have to traverse the southern part of Paradise Resort. You have WC KTM Rage, and NepalEsports up north, heading down south from Tatmok. Astra Academy feeling comfy. ReaperX are feeling very comfy. And so are VG and Pain, though, right? They don't have to move. They can just hold on. They have these compounds to work with as well. But eventually, once the next circle comes out, it's going to get ruthless. But it's kind of... It's not terrible, though. Like, the terrain isn't flat. There are some hills and ridges. There are a few compounds to work with as well. As we have a battle for the edge of the circle. 5 power facing off against WTC.
They were in the process of getting inside the circle, but this is the only compound here in this vicinity, and I don't think they want to lose this compound just yet, because it's going to be a lot more helpful for them since we are coming halfway through the game, halfway through the match here. Yeah, this compound is going to be really important, and 5 power, they're not going to leave this compound just like that, because they were the first team to be here, right? Who wants to leave their hometown just like that? And Unity, they're going to be going out from the game as well. 12 teams alive in the game, 42 players, and we can see some fights breaking out towards the northern side and also here towards the southern side of the map. 2 players.
Well, 5 power. They do have another teammate nearby, though, right behind them in the house. WTC, all 4 gathered up together. Right now, it's a battle of patience, and I feel like they're going to call for a bit of a temporary truce, so to speak, apart from a little bit of posturing where they're throwing a few nades and whatnot. They're not really going to be going for any aggressive push. They're just going to bide their time, wait for the next zone, and see where it is going to be before they go for the push. But let's be real, the odds are the circle's not going to be on 5 power nor in WTC, meaning that they will have to eventually push. And I like it from 5 power. They're not sticking around waiting it out for the circle to dictate where the next move is going to be. Instead, they're going to leg it. They're going to leave WTC alone, give them this compound, and they're just going to go for a run. Even running out in the blue is Scooby, taking a bit of damage, but that's okay. He's got a couple of energy drinks to pop the moment he gets back to safety. And they have a free compound, you can see on the minimap just to their left. But do they go for it?
Well, I don't think they are going to go for it, because that could be a troublesome compound, trust me. That's the compound nobody wants to go. And as we were talking about the northern fight here, PeaklySeven, they are engaged with the team NepalEsports. Both of these teams are outside the circle, they have to take this fight as quickly as they can. They cannot stay here for too long, and looks like it's going to be 3v4 battle.
3v4 battle. 10 Shade meanwhile getting eliminated. They've had a couple of rough games here back to back. NepalEsports, They were doing a good job initially, dealing quite a bit of damage to some of their opponents, and now they need to make a run. The problem is the nade comes in, and PeaklySeven, perfectly timed, perfectly placed. They need to run as well. They're taking quite a bit of damage, and what they can do right now is run to safety of the play zone and just gatekeep NepalEsports. And NepalEsports, despite the fact that two of the members are down, they will still get a knock on one of the PeaklySeven members. Now, he is right next to the circle, so they can get the res. He can actually crawl his way in towards safety. So PeaklySeven, for the time being, are going to be okay. Switching over to KTM Rage's POV. They're a team who got a chicken dinner previously, and they'll be looking to do more here. A choke out in the open. That's going to be it. Sujan is going to steal the frags away. He's going to get a couple of kills there. NepalEsports will be eliminated in the 11th position. 4 points to their name. That's all they'll find. As now we're down to the final 10. Most of the teams have almost all their players alive, although a couple have been knocked. Victor Gaming, for example, 2 of the players are on their knees. PeaklySeven, nade cocked by Casper. He's going to try and go for the running throw, and unfortunately it will not connect as bullets are whizzing past him. He is, well, going to try and spot another player out, but instead it's going to be Sujan from WCK who's going to get the drop onto Casper. Now Casper being forced to hide behind the trunk, but the blue, it's being a problem. You can see teammates falling by the wayside. Damage has been taken down for VG as well. Vino from Firepower getting taken over the play zone. This is not looking good for a lot of these teams, considering they're well outside of the play zone.
Yeah, of course. And that blue zone is going to take a lot more players. And okay, P7 is still looking good. And, that's Cry, Astra Academy with a beautiful shot. And the 3 of the players from Astra Academy is down. They are still in the blue.
Oh, this is not
going good.
This is not going good. And I feel like for Astra Academy, I think they're down to just one member. Yeah, just one member. There was no time for him to go for the res. He had to heal himself, and that is going to be Scry. Casper will fall to the zone as well. Big Little Tony will be taken down by Scooby. Scry still left alive for Astra Academy. We're down to the final 4 teams in a span of a few heartbeats. 5 power, 7 points. Pain Gaming with 4, ReaperX at 5 points, and Astra Academy with 1 player left alive. That is Scry, and he's got 6 points to his name. He still has a couple of first aid kits to work with, but he needs to make a run. He needs to leg it. And the playzone's nearby. The other team is so busy fighting amongst themselves, he can sneak on in.
Yeah, he can do that, but, you know, the playzone... I just looked at the kill feed, you know, playzone was taking a lot more players. That is crazy. And Scry, he has to move now if he wants to stay alive in the game. And while everybody were trying to enter the circle, Reaper, they were just chilling inside the circle, you know, taking those kills, which is good for them. And we have another team, 2 teams. That's Firepower and Pain Gaming engaging in a battle. It seems this is going to be a battle to enter the circle itself.
Rambo taking quite a bit of damage there, and in the meantime, amongst all the chaos, it looks like Scry has managed to make his way into safety. Pain Gaming, they are just facing off against a barrage of nades and Molotovs and whatnot. Blake, Saxy, Rambo just behind a little outcrop of rocks. But the nades, it's going to sail on past. It's going to find one. I think it found a second as well. Yes, it did. Blake and Saxy will both be knocked down. And Pain Gaming, well, they are in a rough spot here. Rambo and Doggy. Actually, Rambo's still standing. That's fine. But they need to somehow fortify the positions because it's not looking good. Doggy will be knocked down as well. As I say that, Rambo, the last man left standing. What can he possibly do is the question here. It looks like nothing, as Mondo is going to finish him off. And that is going to be 3 teams remaining, 8 alive. And Scry is somehow there. He's somehow alive. He's somehow safe. And Scooby's going to be finished off as well by Exodia and ReaperX. They have all 4 players still alive. 5 power have 1 player standing. Boo, the rest not going to be coming on in. It's a 4v1v1, and Scry is still somewhere amongst the grass, just hiding.
That's a really good move, but 5 power, they're going to be taken down. Reaper, they must have thought that everybody is fighting outside the circle. Everybody is, you know, trying to fight. He's inside the circle, waiting for Team Reaper now.
And I think Reaper
Look at that.
And Reaper no. There's like, okay, there's a rock there, and he has to be there. A little bit of covering fire, and it's going to be, there's going to be Sparsh with the drive-by, with the Tommy gun, channeling St. Valentine's Day Massacre from back during the 1920s. And there you have it, winner with a chicken dinner will go the way of ReaperX. Overall rank 3rd with 24 points. They have jumped over APES Incorporated initially it was just Astra Academy and APES Incorporated, then it was PeaklySeven joining the fray, and now it's ReaperX jumping in and saying, hey, we want to qualify as well. The things are really starting to heat up over here, Clash, as we do enter the final few games of this tournament. Before we talk a little bit more about how that game played out, let's take a look at the MVP of the game here, and I do believe it is going to be Exodia from ReaperX, and why not? 600 points of damage and 4 kills, and you can quickly take a look at the 4 top players in the game as well. But your thoughts on that game? That was very well done by ReaperX.
Of course, very, very well done. They were waiting for those players from outside the circle. But also, you know, lots of players got eliminated because of that play zone. I wonder how many players got eliminated by the play zone itself. But Reaper, you know, Exodia, 4 kills, not bad for the team. And 5 power, they tried their best. NepalEsports, however, they missed the first game. The second game, they started pretty good. But unfortunately, when they were trying to enter the circle, KTM, they were just trying to block their way, it seems, and which is understandable, you know, in the tournaments like this.
It is indeed understandable. You can see 5 power. They had, I think, 11 kills in total there, despite coming in third. Great work, of course, from Scry, trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Action with the long distance kill. We have Kamikaze, the most amount of distance travel. Sanhok being the map. It's not going to be too much of distance being traveled by any one of the players here. But ReaperX, so a brilliant game coming out from them. And we can take a look now quickly at the match standings and see how many points they accrued, they accumulated. And it's going to be 9 kills. Not bad at all. 24 points in total, catapulting them in the top 3 position in the overall standings, making everything super exciting right now. 5 power coming in second with 21 points. They've been a team who have been kind of quiet so far. Astra Academy continue to be consistency personified, 18 points for them, and they are well on their way to definitely hit the 200-point mark at least by the end of day 4, which is coming out tomorrow. PeaklySeven with only 6 points. I guess they're going to be a little disappointed here, if you ask me, Clash, because they were in such a good spot to claim that second position for themselves. But 6 points, it's not too much, considering APES got eliminated with just 1 point to the name.
Yeah, this could probably be one of their worst game in terms of the points, because PeaklySeven, they've been so consistent. All the games they played before, they've been really consistent with that. But this one, I'm pretty sure they're not happy with with only 6 points here. Nightmare, they tried their best. Placement points is 1, but look at that, 4 points. I wonder how many kills, how many points the other teams have got. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah, not too much. Victor Gaming, of course, going to be disappointed as well, considering that they were in the top 5, top 6 position. NAIKON as well, just a 1 point, joining APES and 10 Shades. So 3 teams who are in the top 5, top 6 will definitely not be happy with the way this game played out. But that's the way Sanhok plays out sometimes, right? You want it to be, you kind of see some of the favorites dropping by the wayside. ReaperX there with the second highest amount of damage. They will very closely trail 5 power. Astra Academy coming in third with 1,246 points. 20 kills between ReaperX and 5 power, taking about 30% of the possible frags in the server. Well played by both the teams there. And now, without much further ado, let's take a look at the overall standings. Let's see how it all stands there. And there you have it. ReaperX coming in third, tied alongside APES Incorporated. They are a team who they rely, again, much like PeaklySeven, relying heavily on the placement points instead of relying on the kills. And they have managed to knock down APES Incorporated a notch. And the reason they're above APES Incorporated, despite the fact that they have the same number of points, is because they have 2 chicken dinners. Those matter indeed. PeaklySeven now in a second position, but ReaperX out of nowhere, they've been quietly but steadily clinging on. It's like the classic fable between the tortoise and the hare, and ReaperX definitely are a tortoise with guns. They're trailing behind PeaklySeven by a measly 9 points. One good game, not even a good game, one above average game, and they can easily get to the second place here.
Yeah, of course, and the way they're playing, I think it's pretty much doable as well, Team Reaper. And Astra Academy, meanwhile, they're just chilling out in the first place, which is good. But we have Pain Gaming, they've done pretty good game here, 55 points, not bad for them. WayToConqueror not moved an inch, from 10th place NepalEsports. I think that one game they missed, that's going to cost them a lot here. Gozza, they tried their best. KTM Rage, they've been doing good. Started from the bottom, moving up to 13th place. It's pretty much a good game for them. The teams who, like I said, teams who's down below with 40 points, I think it's going to be the upcoming games is going to be for the placement point itself, the prize money, because it's going to be very hard. You know what I mean, Play. It's because 6 more games, that's going to be really tough for these teams.
Yeah, it is going to be very hard indeed, but we're going to take a very quick break here because we have 2 more maps remaining here. We have Miramar coming up, and of course we have Erangel at the end. Now, the question on everyone else's lips are who is going to claim that second spot, because let's be real, Astra Academy, they look like they've pretty much punched in their ticket for the next stage, right? They look like they're going to be almost impossible to beat because they've been getting points consistently. But right now, it feels like a 3-way battle. We have PeaklySeven, we got ReaperX, and of course we have APES Incorporated. So one of these teams out of the 3 will have to move on, while other 2 teams will face heartbreak. We still have a few more games remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're going to be going to a very quick break, and we'll be back with more action. This time, however, it is going to be on Miramar.
Let's get it.
Welcome back, everyone, to more action here at the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split Wildcard 2021. My name is Blair. Joining me, as usual, it's going to be Clash 47. In Clash, we witnessed something truly miraculous. We saw challenges to the throne. We saw challenges coming in for that second spot up for grabs right now. We got ReaperX, we got PeaklySeven, and we've got APES Incorporated. A three-way fight for the one spot available. And for me personally, this is what I was waiting for. I didn't want it to be a snooze fest where it's like two teams running away with the top two spots, but now we really have a game, a tournament on our hands.
Yeah, it looks like we have a new challenger in that, for that top two list as well. So, to be honest, what we thought was it was going to be either APES or Astra who's going to be qualified for the next regional stage, right? But we have some new challenger, which is good for the tournament itself.
We do indeed, and I'm not sure if I can just get some graphics back on the screen for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. You can probably take a look at the overall standings and maybe talk a little bit more in detail. There we go. I do have news that the game's going to go live very, very quickly, so just going to be talking a little bit about where it stands right now. Astra Academy on 162 points. It's looking like their lead is unassailable at the moment. They have a lead of 36 points. That's quite substantial over the second place team, that is PeaklySeven, 126. Closely following them, trailing by only 9 points, are ReaperX and APES Incorporated. And don't forget, NAIKON and 86. A couple of good games, one big game like how ReaperX had right now, or how PeaklySeven have had in the past, a one chicken dinner. That's all they need to, crack the 100-point barrier, because they're trailing by barely 30 points behind APES and ReaperX as well. So a couple of good games back-to-back for NAIKON. They could be contenders as well. So definitely no one is safe at the moment apart from Astra Academy.
Yeah, of course. And, Victor Gaming, 73 points. Like we said, those who's got 73 points plus mark, they can, a couple of good games, and they can simply break that point difference and climb up to the second place in the leaderboard as well. And that's going to be really, really interesting to see if they do some kind of that kind of maneuver here. But other teams, it's basically going to be more for the prize pool. That's what I think. I'm not sure what you think, Clay.
I mean,
it's gonna be,
if you're not going to be qualifying, I guess what you could do is you can try and trade spoil sport. You can be a little bit of a pain in the behind for some of the top teams. Might as well go out with a bang. Might as well have a little bit of fun here, as I do believe the game is ready to go live, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, we're going to be finding ourselves in the dry, deserted, sandy, dusty plains of Miramar, and of course, it is going to be the plane path starting all the way from Los Igos, going to be heading on top of Los Leones, La Bendita, Minas Generales, Junkyard, and El Azahar on the plane path. And we have Impala as an option. We have Picado. That's where APES do like dropping towards, as we found out on the multiple Miramar games we've seen so far. Any predictions as to where some of the favorites might be dropping towards? Where do you think ReaperX is going to be dropping towards? Where do you think APES Incorporated or even PeaklySeven are going to be dropping? Do they have any particular favorite drop locations here on Miramar Clash?
Yeah, APES, they usually go to the Picado, and by the look of it, it looks like they're going to Picado again. And like I told you, nobody's going to change their drop location today. Nobody wants to take that risk, because you've seen, right? You've seen how chaotic this could go. This battle could go here in the day 3 of the finals. Since we only have one more day tomorrow, 6 games in total, including this one, there's not much games left, and I believe nobody is going to change their regular drop location. We have a beautiful circle as well, which will leave, I believe, 4 or 5 teams outside the circle, but they will eventually find their way inside. San Martin is going to be covered by, I think PeaklySeven is going to go somewhere around the San Martin, maybe not. But we'll talk about that later. Tensade going all the way up to the northern side. I believe they are going to be the only team who will be entering from the northern side of the map here. And Miramar, it's a rotation-hungry map,
It is a rotation-heavy map, and take a look at WCK. They've dropped towards a prison island. I don't think I've ever seen a single team drop towards a prison island. That's different. I'll give them that. I'll give them that, and I like that. I like how some teams are being a little bit more adventurous as to where they are dropping towards. Now you can see Astra Academy heading towards San Martin, and as you pointed out, APES, they do like dropping towards Picado, where most of the times no one really looks to take a fight with them. Ashok, he's got the right headgear. He's got the right, the sombrero, not a sombrero, more like a cowboy hat, to for the weather here, for the climate here in Miramar. A couple of shots being rattled off in the distance, and 5 power. Oh, Mondo. Wait, what? What was that? Promote looking the wrong way, and Mondo, I think he had to do a double take. He's like, wait, is that someone just lying prone there? We have a player from NepalEsports getting dropped as well, and Mondo, he's hungry for this frag. He's got that M16. He's trying to find a player. He's going to try and third person his way to this duel, and indeed, he's going to find Promote, sir, and Promote is going to be put down to the ground, and that is going to be the first casualty off in the server. Mondo's going to draw first blood. They have knocked out Iron as well. And NepalEsports, man, they're just... It's just rough for them, isn't it? It's NepalEsports and Nightmare. They just seem to have a very rough time in the server.
Yeah, of course. And, Lost Lunas is where they usually go, 5 power and NepalEsports. And I think they knew, there will be a team down there with them like before. So 5 power, they did pretty well, but Promote, he tried his best to play some hide and seek, but simply was not enough. So NepalEsports, they will be continuing the game with only 2 players now onwards. And some fights being breaking here between W2C and NAIKON. I don't know what these guys are doing. This is so early for these teams to battle out here in the Miramar.
I'm not complaining at all. I'm very happy with this. I love the fact that some early fights are breaking out, because that's something we haven't been seeing too much in the playoffs here, right? Like you pointed out, everyone's playing for the placement points. Everyone's trying to be very careful apart from the Apes, and because of that, we haven't really seen these early initial duels taking place. But with some of these teams, pretty much not going to be qualifying for the next stage, I guess they're just going to be playing for kills. They're going to be playing to kind of be a problem for many of the other teams, who are going to be playing more safe. Like you have teams like PeaklySeven, you have ReaperX, you have APES Incorporated. They're going to be playing for qualification, while these teams are just going to try and play spoil sport. NAIKON, however, are a team who, if they play their cards right, if they approach the next couple of games here carefully and manage to get like at least 40 to maybe 50 points in Miramar and Erangel, the 2 games here today, they're definitely going to be contenders as well as we enter the final day tomorrow. So they want to play this as smart, as safe as possible. But you did mention this earlier as well, Clash. When you're trailing behind by like 30, 40 points, you can't just rely on placement points. You need to strike a healthy balance between going for team fights at the same time playing a little bit more safe.
Yeah, and that is what NAIKON should be doing right now, because they are so close. I think they can do this. I think they can do this. One chicken dinner, that's gonna make a huge difference, like I said. And of course, you need to get kill points and also those placement points. Miramar, this is the second last time we will be seeing Miramar here in the PMCO Wildcard Regional Finals. So come on, guys, don't fight just yet. Just enjoy the map here.
It's hard to enjoy when the pressure is on, though. That's for sure.
That's actually a bad message, right?
Yeah, like you don't want to just sit back, go for a happy drive when the bullet's just whizzing past you, puncturing your vehicle. And here we go, Apes. They're off to a pretty, I wouldn't say a bad start, but more of a not a great start today, right? 2 games back to back where they didn't really get too many points, meaning that 2 of the teams have caught up. It was PeaklySeven who jumped over them at the end of game 1, and now we have ReaperX who are tied with them. And although they're tied, ReaperX are placed above them because they have 2 chicken dinners as opposed to the solitary one that Apes have. So Apes now, they might want to rethink their approach, right? Like they're a team who we all favored to make it to the playoffs. They were looking so fantastic, at least on day 1 and day 2. Day 2 especially, they were looking really good. But a little bit of overconfidence, and you can easily find that spot slipping away from your hands, and that is something you definitely don't want to happen if you're a member of Apes Incorporated or if you're a fan of that particular team. And I gotta say, regardless of nationality or regardless of your fandom, if you like watching fun, aggressive PUBG Mobile action, I mean, you have to be a fan of Apes, right? Like you have to be looking at the way these guys play.
Yeah, they are so good with their firepower and everything. The only thing they're lacking is the placement point, right? They couldn't simply crack that top 3 position every single time. They've been killing points. They've been getting points by killing people, but those placement points is where they're lacking. But as I said, I would love to watch Apes killing people here.
Well, that's exactly what they've been born and bred to do. Circle shrinking in, still early days. Yeah, we did see a few kills here and there. We saw NepalEsports down to just 2 members, and Sunny. Oh, okay. Behind the hay bales, he is aware, the haystack rather, he is aware that there are a couple of players there in the distance, behind the side of that small compound. There's a cluster of buildings. It's a Shok and Jugu. We're aware of it because we, of course, have the advantage of being observers in the server, but they are not. Rambo, Payne are going for a bit of a cross-country trek. Very, very unstable terrain, very rough terrain, and the party van's not going to be exactly built for it, but they're still going to force their way through. We see Sad Boy as well. And this is something which we saw was a problem for many of these teams, right? They went for kind of like mid to late game rotations in the vehicles, and that's when the circle was kind of small, which is why we saw so many players dying to the vehicle explosion. So that was a problem. And now, Gozza, I think they can hear these vehicles, and I think they're ready.
But they're not giving anything. Look at that. Maybe they're ready for some surprise attack. Unity, I don't think they know. Or maybe yes. Easy Win is close by, right? He must have heard somebody in that compound, and looks like Team Unity just trying to make sure how many players are inside. Gozza, however, they haven't moved a bit.
They
Unity,
haven't.
They're gonna be surprised. Trust me.
Are they? Let's find out. Easy Win, like you said, he should have an inkling, and it looks like he does, right? You can see he's not being too overeager. That warehouse for him, he's like, I have a suspicion. I have a bad suspicion there is someone in the vicinity. And you can see his teammate on the left-hand side slowly creeping up from around, trying to get the flank. But he should be careful because Gozza have another player uphill, and he's providing eyes from atop, ensuring that no one's going to spot him out. And No Mercy has no idea there's a player right next to him. He has no idea. He's running around. They're both looking the wrong direction. There we go. You can see him. Yeah, there we go. Sad Boy. There's a couple of ridges separating him from No Mercy, and No Mercy might actually fall for this. He might not know. And he's running around. He's got a teammate nearby, but not right next to him. And Sad Boy, he's got the ridge to work with. He's gonna have the third-person advantage as well. He's gonna get a spot onto him immediately, and you can see the bullets starting to fly past, but it's instead going to be 5 Power facing off against, it looks like WTC. Meanwhile, Struggle is going to find V. No Mercy takes down Struggle. Quick trades taking place here as 5 Power are taking the fight with WTC in the meantime.
Yeah, I really love the way they played GozzaEsports here, but WTC, they're going to be fighting with Team 5 Power down here. A couple of nades, that's all they need to confirm it. And Kamikaze with the Uzi knocks him down. 5 Power. Oh, is that team elimination? Nope, they're still looking good. Kamikaze is still alive in that feed. Yeah, and GozzaEsports, they played really smart there. It seems for Easy Win. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But Kamikaze is just using the TPP mode. This could be it for these teams.
Here we go, though. Oh, Sad Boy, he had the ridge, and yet he's not able to get the kill onto No Mercy. No Mercy will finish him off. In the meantime, Kamikaze falling to his knees, leaving Opti all alone, and he is getting hounded by the members of 5 Power, and 5 Power, sure, they suffer 1 casualty, but they will win the elimination battle. They will take down WayToConqueror, who do get 2 kills to the name. Meanwhile, we can see VG facing off against 10 Shade as well, but more importantly, Gozza and his battle between Unity and Gozza. Gozza, they had the warehouse, they had all the information they needed, but they couldn't quite land the shots at Gozza. New player trying to find this win, trying to find this knock onto Easy Win. Easy Win out in the open, but he is going to get knocked out. New player now. Pretty much a lone man standing here for his team. And he's getting surrounded, he's getting hunted, he's getting wrapped on around by multiple players from Unity. And V will be spotted out. That's great repositioning from new player. Played to perfection with the Ultimate Kalashnikov. And is going to run straight into the warehouse. He does have an energy drink to just pop on in to ensure he's down to full health before he goes and tries to face off against the other 2 remaining members of Unity.
Yeah, that was a really good move by Team Gozza's new player, and now he's the only player. He should be careful because the Team Unity, they're slowly surrounding these buildings. No mercy, he knows exactly where the player is. The only thing he's waiting is his teammate. Once he gets res, he's gonna go after new player as well. No mercy, he must have found that player. Oh!
The nade. The nade. He timed that nade to perfection. It couldn't have been better, right? Like, no mercy, he ran in. He was like, oh, there's a guy down, let me take the fight. The moment he stops, the nade explodes, and that is going to be it. A wipe coming in from Unity, despite the valiant effort from new player to get the to survive, to stay alive. Gozza will fall. In the meantime, VG taking a battle on multiple fronts, and it's going to be 10 Shade Hershey. He hasn't been knocked down yet, but he needs to find some cover. This ridge providing a little bit of some cover for the time being. He spots out damage, and Hershey, Riley behind him. He's got to try and get the race. He needs to try and keep VG at bay while the remaining member of his teams arrive to help him out. But Warzone and Damage pushing up together in tandem, and there's nothing they can do. Hershey will be found out. Riley and Hershey are going to be mowed down, shot down as they lie on the floor, on the ground, bleeding. And VG just looking to win this team fight. 10 Shade down to 2. Are they going to stick around? I don't really see an escape route for them. They will have to duke this one out, and Cage is kind of low. So is Falcon. And VG, all 3 players still alive and standing, although they have lost one. They can go for the final push here and finish this one off, but they want to play this smart and safe. Instead, they opt to use all the utility they possess, the nades, the molotovs. It is, however, gonna be a little shy of TS's position, but the bullets, not so much. Cage will fall. It's all on Falcon, and he will be dropped as well. 10 Shade will bid us goodbye. They will be the 3rd team to be knocked out, and only 1 kill to their name. Early team wipes coming out here. Unity with a team wipe, Victor Gaming with a team wipe, and 5 Power with a wipe of their own.
It's completely different. The Miramar here, it's completely different the way we used to see it before. It seems like these players now have realized how important these kills are, how important these points are going to be for them to climb up in the leaderboard. And Victor Gaming played really well. You know, they were not very aggressive. They knew there were players knocked down behind that small reason. They took it very, very, very carefully. Couple of nades, couple of smoke. They just pushed those enemies one after another, which was really, really good. But we have Astra Academy. They are the team who is currently leading the leaderboard, which is good. But it seems they are going to have some company real soon by WC KTM, who will be entering from the northern side of the map here. And also Team NepalEsports with only 2 players. Finally, Team Epic are rushing towards these buildings.
They are indeed. And Epic Gaming, it's a 1v1. It's a 1v1 between Epic and NepalEsports. And Ashok, what's he going to do? His team has been taken down. The 1v1, the battle for survival. Reaper's going to fall to his own knees. That's unfortunate. ReaperX, Admiral, he's still alive though, so that's fortunate. All right. All right. Smokes have been tossed in. Nade's going to come sailing on in. Ashok just topping himself up with all the energy drinks he's got. He doesn't have any first aid kits. He has to rely on the bandages. And Epic just bullying him with the nades. And where does Mondo come from? Where the hell does 5 Power come from? They just come charging in and they finish off a player. Are they aware of where Ashok is the question. Ashok is not moving. He's not breathing. He's just holding his breath, making sure he doesn't make a single footstep. And Mondo is completely unaware. He has no idea. He has 0 clue as to Ashok's position. And Ashok, he's got bandages.
He's gonna fall.
He's just got the bandages. He's just waiting patiently. He hasn't moved yet. He's waiting for 5 Power to push on in towards the circle. And now he's got to make a move.
And I think it's too late for Ashok to make that move because he's only got that 18 bandages, which is not going to be enough. 5 Power, however. What was that? Maybe they were just driving past by these buildings and beams all of a sudden. Come on, where are you going? Stop right here. But he got punished instead, and Team Epic Gaming, they were eliminated. Ashok, I don't think he's going to make it. 14 bandages only. I wonder if there is anything. Yeah, I hope there's something for him.
He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He can hear the vehicles driving away. No. Now he can make a run for it. He can really make a run for it, and he can survive. In the meantime, Sancho is going to finish off a player from Pain, but Blake, he is going to get the return reply as well. And Ashok, so close, so close. Oh no, my heart breaks for him. He tried that. He tried to play that to perfection. If he had one more first aid kit, that was all he needed. Unfortunately, the bandages was all he had to work with, and with that, it is going to be goodbye for NepalEsports. Apes taking a couple of shots here. Sancho getting knocked down to the zone. And they've already lost Canik. Okay, never mind. White's there to go for the rest, so Apes are going to be fine for the time being. Circle shrinking in further. as we've had some early team wipes here, Clash. I think this might be the most aggressive Miramar game we've seen so far.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen so much aggression here in the Miramar in this early phase of the game. Because Miramar is the map, you know, where we usually see the late game action. But today, what is going on? I told you, this is the pressure for these teams. They know they have to get those kills. And easy win, he's been found out. That's PeaklySeven.
Oh,
the
and they're living up to the name as well. They are on the peak. They have a great view of whatever's going on down there. Blake spots out the player. He's going to go for the long-range deal with the Tommy gun. Not really going to find its mark. Blake and Saxy, the two players left alive for Pain. They're both alive. They're both well in the circle. And APES have just gone straight in to where NAIKON are lying in wait. That could be troublesome for the side of APES Incorporated. I wonder where ReaperX are. We saw a bit of action taking place. And speaking of action from two-way gets a knock on a member of his opponents. I do believe that was PeaklySeven, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we can get back to that later on. As ReaperX, there we go. They've lost Sam already. Admiral has been knocked down a couple of times, so he's bleeding out pretty fast. The res will come on in, though. And looking at the circle, I believe everyone's just going to be lying put. Mufasa needs to move. How does that not... How is that not a headshot? That was straight on his head. Mufasa, he's got a Guardian Angel up there watching down over him. So lucky to be alive there. Sparsh, I'm so sure he landed a shot. And Pika, with the M24, is going to get a knock onto a member of ReaperX, but it's going to be Exodia is going to fall. Sparsh getting a knock for himself as well. PeaklySeven to play it down on his knees. Fortunately for the side of PeaklySeven, though, they're way on top, way above, where they can get a lot of cover to work with. Hustler almost getting taken down. If he got knocked down, it's APES out of the server. Nate's going to come sailing on in, and there you have it.
Oh.
APES once more eliminated. A perfect nade from Mufasa pushing on in, and APES will fall in the 11th position. I think they just got 1 or 2 kills there, so it's not going to be enough. 2 kills. Just 3 points in total for the side of APES Incorporated. And again, ReaperX, PeaklySeven, they have... Well, ReaperX has 3 players alive. PeaklySeven have all 4. It's looking really good for these two teams, right? It's no longer a battle between just Astra Academy and APES Incorporated anymore.
Of course, you know, they must be smiling right now since they must have seen the kill feed itself for Team APES getting eliminated. But we are seeing a couple of sniper moments here. That was some good games. And okay, the leaderboard is going to change a little, I guess, after this game. Who knows what happens? But No Mercy is now going to be fighting with Team of Victor Gaming. Is it going to be 1v1?
It is a 1v1.
They're still fighting. Yeah, it is a 1v1. Outside the circle.
They're also fighting outside the circle. It's brutal indeed. Scream, he needs to win this duel though, and he needs to land his headshots. He's trying to rattle bullets through the door. It's going to break No Mercy alive in a sliver of health, and he's going to fall. Scream is going to come out on top. And that is going to be it for No Mercy. No Mercy will be shown towards him by Scream, and Victor Gaming, the lone man standing, screaming against the odds, screaming against fate itself. It is going to be Scream driving his buggy, exposed out in the open, bullets whizzing past him, but he will somehow stave off death. He looks the Grim Reaper straight in his eyes and says, "Not today," as he drives his way to safety. But he will be found at the end anyway. Pika from afar with the M24 will finish off Scream. Valiant effort from Scream there, but in the end, it was not to be. He at least gets the final kill onto Unity. And with that, Victor Gaming, they will bid us farewell in the 9th position. They do get 8 points though. The most number of kills right now tied alongside 5 Power. So despite the fact that they have been eliminated from the server, they're going to be at least decently happy with the number of points they have accrued so far.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot more action coming up here from this hill. And PeaklySeven, they have the higher ground. They have that advantage as well. KTM, a player is knocked down inside the smoke. But PeaklySeven, I believe they're going to control these battlefield from this high hill if the circle favors them. But if not, this is going to be a chaotic situation for these teams as well. They have to jump out from this, they have to jump out from this mountain, which is definitely going to deal some damage. So it's pretty much good for now. But the next circle is going to determine how they will go, how they will move in the next phase of the game. Since this is the fifth phase of the game, Hype still trying to get some kills, and KTM, I believe there is one more player left for the team, and the circle is getting smaller and smaller. Astra Academy, they're just chilling to the western side of the map, and nobody around them, they're just chilling, okay? And everybody else, this is going to be chaotic towards this eastern side of the map. As you can see, look at that, lots of teams down below. And PeaklySeven, they have the higher ground. They can see everybody from up here. Yeah,
Pika is just he's using that M24 like like Voldemort with his magic wand, just saying Avada Kedavra and people just dropping left, right, and center. He has been missing nothing by the looks of it. And for PeaklySeven, while I love their position here, they have to rotate. And more importantly, even though they were getting so many kills and so many knocks from above, they were not able to get the loot, right? So they are running low on meds and utility and even ammunition, if I'm not mistaken. 720 FTW, his face pressed straight inside of the rock. He's trying to spot a player out. He knows where Hypes is, but he's all alone, so he doesn't want to take this fight. And he's going to spot out Hypes, and he's going to rattle off a few bullets. And Hypes, he just doesn't care. He's like, yeah, screw you. I'm not going to stop anytime soon. 720 FTW, he had a chance there, but unfortunately, he won't be able to finish off the job. But now, because of the bullets he rattled off, now they know where he is. They know exactly where 720 FTW was. So that is something that our team, that is PeaklySeven, are going to be keeping an eye out for. We're down to the final 8 teams alive. Just 21 players left in the play zone.
Yeah, lots of teams down below. PeaklySeven, they had to change their location as well. Pain Gaming, they got eliminated with just 2 points in the name. And so far, PeaklySeven, they have everybody alive, including Astra Academy. Reaper, 2 players down below. 5 Power, they've lost a player, but it looks like they're gonna take some time to hold on to these places. Although they have the disadvantage, lots of nades being thrown out here and there. 5 Power with a Molotov. Okay, they could find it.
Second Molly as well. That's going to
close.
push out Chaser, and he's going to have to crawl outside. He does have help in the form of Mufasa and Flying, who are trying to keep ReaperX at bay. Boo from above, rattling a few bullets as well, and NAIKON are getting harassed from multiple directions. Mufasa burning alive as well. He will finally drop. Admiral's Molotov will find its mark, but Sparsh in return getting knocked down by action from 2A. Astra Academy are being a thorn in the side of a lot of these teams. Mondo, he can hear all the commotion. He wants to be a part of this, but he also realizes he needs to play this one safe. They're in a very good position, R5 Power at the moment. They don't really need to budge, as Casper from PeaklySeven is going to finish off 720 WC KTM Rage, who will be eliminated in the 7th place. Top with a nade finds Spursh. NAIKON's going to be, well, the Flying's going to be taken out as well. Top is just mowing down everyone from NAIKON, single-handedly wiping the floor with Team NAIKON. And Astra Academy, Top, my god, a one-man army, just taking every single fight. Dexter getting shot from afar. ReaperX getting eliminated in the 5th place. That's rough for them. They don't even get a single kill to the name. But somehow Nightmare, the team at the bottom of the leaderboards, are still very much alive. And right now, it's pretty much a 4-way battle. Astra Academy, PeaklySeven, Nightmare, and of course, 5 Power down below.
Yeah, PeaklySeven, they've got that higher ground advantage at the moment. They can see those players, but the circle is definitely not going to favor them. They have to climb down the mountain, join the fight below with everybody else. 2A, oh, looks like they're going to take control of this battlefield. Oh, Nightmare, they're doing some good damage, you know, despite being at the bottom of the leaderboard here.
Yeah, go out with the bang.
Games.
Go out with the bang. If you're going to go down, you know, best to go out in the blaze of glory. Instead of a whimper, that's exactly what they're going to be looking for. Like you pointed out, the PeaklySeven, they have a bird's eye view of whatever's happening, but they need to push on in. And I like how they're doing this in phases. They're sending a player down while still retaining a couple of players up top. They're going to be providing covering fire, and then you can see Casper. He's already pushed on down, and I do believe he's right next to the circle. 2 more players up top towards Mesa. And for Nightmare, all 3 players still alive, but this is a risky play, right? So even though 5 Power are going to be struggling to go uphill, they can go up those stairs, right? And Top, once more, this M24, forget everyone else. That M24 is the MVP of this game. I've lost count of how many knocks he's had so far, as Dex is going to drop Mondo, and Arco from above. The nade comes in from Casper. The nade is good. It's going to get a kill. It's going to get a knock, rather. Arco will finish off life. Scooby from 5 Power, and 5 Power, despite having the disadvantage of being downhill, will still deal a lot of damage, and now it's a turn. This is the opportunity for Astra Academy to strike. They're going to come climbing up, wrapping on around. Casper, in the meantime, will be finished off by Dexter. Still 4 teams in a running, still 12 players alive inside of the safe zone.
And the circle is also going smaller and smaller time and again. Nightmare, they have the higher ground now. PeaklySeven, they have to break that field to enter the circle. Astra Academy, it seems they've made a smoke barrier. That's going to be enough, though. Okay. No. That is not going good for Team 5 Power as well. One single nade, they could end up their life just like that inside of the smoke.
Look at
Dexter. Yeah. Oh my god, he's just trying to flank Team Astra Academy.
Action, he's in such a good spot there. Like you said, they were tossing in the nades, and it's going to be Action with the nade. He's going to find all three. Goodbye, Sweet Princess. Firepower will be knocked out. One nade is all Action needed. And now Versi, he's aware where Action is, and Action out in the blue. And because of that, he will be punished. The Tommy gun up close and personal is going to come out on top, and that should be it for the one member of 2A. But that's okay. He still has 3 more players alive. Versi, in the meantime, applying a few bandages. He doesn't have any first aid kits. Not a single one. Dexter as one is going to use it. In the meantime, Nonstop will be stopped by Scry. And we're down to the final 3 teams here, as Hypes will be found out as well. PeaklySeven. Sneak is going to come down to him once more. We've seen it clutch in the past. Clash, in him alone against the wall. We've seen him get a chicken dinner in the past. Can he do it once more?
Well, probably yes. Probably yes. It's PeaklySeven, right? They've been so consistent, so patient. Look at that, Sneaks. He's just waiting for these players to make that mistake. If they step out from their cover, he's definitely gonna take that shot. Action. Okay. Meanwhile, he gets knocked down. Okay, Scry, come on, couple of smoke. Okay, well, that's a good move. Nightmare, however, they have the higher ground advantage. They're just chilling out in the higher place. Look at that. Dexter, he's half of the body is outside the blue.
His feet are definitely going to be needing some bandages later on, but right now it's a battle for survival, right? 2 players alive for Nightmare. Astra Academy, 12 kills. 12 kills. They are not stopping anytime soon. They might be on top of the leaderboard, but they don't care. They want to battle it out and make sure that they kind of dominate the proceedings. They want to make a statement here. Not just content with being the first place. They want to be the first place by far. Circle is going to be a problem for everyone here. That Sneak, he's got to go for a plays. Applying the bandages. He's going to be, well, not going to be surviving for much longer here, if I'm not mistaken. He's still doing his best to stay alive, as Versi will be dropped now. It is a 3v1v1. And Scry finishing off Versi. Dexter is still not seen by the members of Astra Academy. Sneak has got to go for a play. The nade almost finds him down to a sliver of health, and he will finally fall. It's all on Dexter. And Miramar is his laboratory. Can he stave off this attack, this onslaught? No is the answer. Astra Academy, they come charging up. They finish things off. The Mongolian warlords. There is no stopping them. There is no stopping them. I have lost count of how consistently good these guys are. 30 points as they maintain the first spot there. 30 points taken by them. 3,000 points of damage. Primarily, I believe, thanks to the AWM knocks coming in from them. Some incredible sniper action, which made me pretty happy. I got so excited I was getting confused with the M24 and the AWM, but doesn't matter. The point is, the sniper rifles are doing all the action, Clash.
Yeah, so many sniper rifle action there. AWM, DMRs, Mini 14. We saw SLR as well. That was some good gameplay, and I believe that was unexpected in the Miramar as well. But Astra Academy, they are going further away in the leaderboard, making it harder for the rest of the teams to chase them.
I might even say it's impossible right now, right? But let's take a look at the MVP of the game. It has to be top or action. Oh, there we go. It is action. 975 points of damage. We have 6 kills coming in for him. Like, fantastic job coming in from action over there. And we take a look at the top 4 players in the server. Obviously, joining action is going to be Scry. It's going to be top with 4 kills. He was also hitting some nutty shots with the AWM. We have Scry with just 2 kills, but 1,000 points, over 1,000 points of damage. It's like 1,113. And we have Boo from 5 Power with 4 kills to his name. Quickly taking a look at the match summary. Longest distance kill action once more with the AWM, if I'm not mistaken. We had Scry, most amount of damage. It's Astra Academy basically, although non-stop making an appearance there from PeaklySeven with 13,304 meters traveled. Let's take a look at the standings. Let's take a look at where everyone stands here. Astra Academy, obviously, with 30 points, are going to be first place. 5 Power, 18 points, not bad. PeaklySeven and 15. They're going to be pretty happy with that. I feel like Sneaks did a fantastic job staying alive for as long as possible. That's going to ensure that they managed to kind of solidify the position in the second place. ReaperX with 6 points. They're going to get a jump on APES as well. And APES are going to be in the 4th place, if I'm not mistaken. But before we get to that, Team Unity, 5 points. NAIKON with 7. Not bad. Victor Gaming with 8. And Nightmare with 15. They're putting in some work, Clash. Nightmare are finally woken up from the nightmare.
Of course, they are. And that 15 point is going to make a little difference. Not much, but yeah, there must be... That's going to boost the, team morality. That's what I think. And talking about the 9 to 16 place here, KTM Rage, 4 points only for them. 3 to Pain Gaming, APES. I don't know what to say for Apes, but this day has been pretty much worse for Team Apes.
Well, yeah, it has been pretty rough for them, right? But then again, I mean, it's Apes. You never know. They are kind of crazy. 3,000. Have you seen a 3,000 point, 3,000 damage game so far? I don't.
No, I don't think so.
That
was 2,600 or 2,800 something.
Yeah, at least in the playoffs, I don't remember a 3,000 damage game, or even during the group stage. So that's a Burj Khalifa right there. When it comes to damage from Astra Academy, like no one comes close. The closest is 2,000 points from PeaklySeven, closely followed by Fag Power with 1,752. But 3,000 points, Astra Academy. They are living up to their names. They are going for the stars. They're going for the stars. And right now, it seems like there's no stopping them. They're like a SpaceX launch, you know, straight to the moon, straight to Mars, beyond the solar system. Heading straight for Alpha Centauri. That's it. We're going to take a look finally at the overall standings. 192 points. 8 points away from cracking a 200-point barrier. PeaklySeven, second position, 141 points. ReaperX, third with 123. Apes Incorporated dropping down, slipping down to the fourth place at 125. Power making an appearance in the fifth place. NAIKON dropping down a notch, 93 points in the sixth place. Victor Gaming, 81 with seventh, and Epic Gaming, 59 in the eighth place. That battle for the second place, it is definitely starting to heat up here. ReaperX, though, man, if they'd got a better performance here in this map, they would have been tied neck to neck with PeaklySeven. So they're going to be kicking themselves at the moment, Flash.
Yeah, of course, and that was a huge, you know, Reaper, they couldn't get any kills in the previous game, I believe so. 6 points only for them, so that's kind of hard for the team. But PeaklySeven, they must be smiling right now, really smiling. And we have Pain Gaming here with 58 points. You know, basically these teams here, they will be playing for the prize pool, for the placement. I don't think it will be possible for them to break that top 2 position in the finals here.
Well, I mean, money is money. We all like money, and
yeah.
I'm sure that they're going to be playing for that. They're going to be trying to, you know, make things a little bit more interesting as we do enter the final game of the penultimate day. We still have one more day of action taking place tomorrow, but we're not done yet today. We still have Erangel coming up, and that's going to be after this very short break. Well, we are entering the final game of the penultimate day here of the playoffs of the PMCO Spring Split Wildcard 2021. However, the action, it's not abating anytime soon. It's getting more heated up. It's getting more intense. It's getting even more exciting, if you ask me. My name is Blair. Joining me, as usual, is ClashBot47. And Clash, we've witnessed some dominant performances coming out from the likes of Astra Academy. We've seen ReaperX really step up as well. We've seen, of course, PeaklySeven maintaining the second position there. We've seen APES Incorporated falling off a little bit. And now we're going to be jumping into Erangel, which is a map that the APES do really enjoy. And looking at the plane path, it's going to be starting right next to shooting range and heading on down, well, kind of just skirting the westernmost edge of the military island, but it's going to be heading on top of Ferry Pier. Do you think the tides are going to turn? Do you think maybe ReaperX, they might get the second spot at the end of the day here today, or do you think APES Incorporated are going to wake up and just going to let out a guttural scream and start going for the kills once again?
Well, it's hard to tell, but the way Team ReaperX goes, their drop location is favorite here in the military base. So if the cycle favors them, I think they will be able to, increase the gap between APES and the team itself. But APES, we know how aggressive they are, right? They must have planned something out for the last game of the day here in the Erangel. And I won't be surprised if they get chicken dinner or get some good number of kills. I won't be surprised from Team APES. However, the plane pad, this is the plane pad we've seen the very first time. I believe we haven't seen this before, have we? No. This is the first time here. Yeah. And the Nobu Repno is very, very far away. Astra Academy, but it's not going to be a problem for Astra Academy. A couple of games, even if they mess up a couple of games, that's not going to make a huge difference for them. But Reaper, as I told you, if the cycle favors them towards the southern portion of the military island, they might be giving some good trouble here. But lots of teams already jumping off the plane, which is good. WC KTM, they're going all the way to the Zarki, like as usual. W2C. I'm kind of curious why WayToConqueror is eluding around the shooting range or the 70, because Milta is where they usually go, and that's the sign that they know they have to change something, and they are doing from the drop location itself, which is good.
Well, let's see if that is going to be the case. What's interesting for me are the two teams in Primorsk. I don't think I've even seen one team in Primorsk. There are two teams in Primorsk. That's NepalEsports, and I'm not able to make out who the second team is. We can make out there are two colors.
That's Unity, I believe so.
Is that Unity? Oh, yeah, that does look like Unity. I don't see them anywhere else. So there we go. Oh, meanwhile, hold on. Nightmare and Domi, they're battling it out as well. It's a cluster. It's a cluster of teams dropping in the same compounds. And this can get messy. Arco's got a pistol. He's gonna try and find Domi, and he does. Arco drops Domi. Oh no! Executed on his knees, a bullet to his back, and Arco from Nightmare, he will draw first blood. And that's a rough start to the game, but Sunny's gonna come ramming his buggy straight into the building, and Arco taking a lot of damage. He's running, zigzagging, but he is gonna get mowed down by the three members of Epic. Are they gonna punch him to death? Oh, they're gonna shoot that dude.
No.
Oh, wait, is he? No? Pan him?
No.
Oh, no, okay, they're gonna finish him off. I remember seeing a couple of teams in a couple of PMPLs in the past where we saw some panning action early on. And I know there was a little bit of anger from some fans and on social media and whatnot, but I found it hilarious. I found it great. I felt like it was a little bit of BM, a little bit of aggression, a little bit of posturing and saying, yeah, we're just going to pan you to death, and I like that. Meanwhile, we can see in the kill feed, V is going to finish off Promoter from NepalEsports. We did see a couple of teams drop there. Those two teams, Unity and NepalEsports, drop towards Primorsk. And it looks like it is indeed becoming a hotbed. Curious, right? Like two teams dropping in the same spot, which no one's dropped ever so far in the entirety of the tournament.
Yeah, they must be thinking like, okay, we should play safe. Why not go Primorsk? Because nobody goes there, right? They must be thinking like that. But it turns out both of those teams, they were thinking in a very, very similar way. And now they have to fight their way out from Primorsk if you want to stay alive. But it depends on the cycle itself. If the cycle favors them, I don't think these teams are going to leave Primorsk yet. However, Unity, they're going to be outnumbering Team NepalEsports anytime soon. And also Team Victory Gaming, they are slowly closing in towards Primworks. I don't know what these guys are doing. We've seen the early fight, right? Epic and that was Nightmare. They were ready to take the fight despite they had nothing in their hands. Pistol, I believe Domi had nothing. He was just trying to.
I guess a couple of these teams have nothing to lose, right? And you know what they say, right? The most dangerous animal is a team that has nothing to lose. A little bit of drive-by action and struggle with that Bison. This is chaos. You can see his teams chasing them down. This is fantastic. I love it. They're going to be switching over POVs to Primorsk, where Jugu is trapped alone in the building as the new player is trying to hunt down a player. This is complete chaos. It's complete madness, sheer pandemonium. Everyone's shooting everyone. It's too early. No one's even bothering to loot. And look at Sad Boy and Lackey. Look at the health they have. A millimeter of health separating them from death, and 9, he just needs a bullet apiece, but he won't find them. And Lackey's managed to heal himself, but Lackey will be dropped again, and that's going to be it for Gozza. They're going to be wiped out. The first team to hit the ground, and GozzaEsports will be eliminated by NAIKON. What was that? What the hell was that, Clash?
That was like, they were chasing. Can you believe that? They were chasing those players right away when they saw them. That was crazy, but unfortunately they got eliminated. That was kind of brave move for GozzaEsports, but unfortunately they got eliminated. NAIKON well played. They lost a player from the team, but also they are still looking good at the moment, which is good. Team Unity, however, they found a player from Team NepalEsports down here in the Primorks. Now we're down to 15 teams since we lost GozzaEsports after that brave move. NAIKON, I don't think they have to go to any compound now. They simply have those crates to loot upon. And what was that? That was some chaotic battle. So much aggression coming in from GozzaEsports. I believe they were just using those DVS, those shotgun to eliminate these players. They were jumping up, jumping into a speed. That was some. I mean, that was some mood.
Look at the vehicles just parked around there, like on fire, just complete absolute chaos. No mercy. They've almost wiped out NepalEsports, but Iron is still alive. All right, Iron's still alive. He's on the beach. He's just sunbathing, just enjoying the view right now, and looking at the circle. Okay, there is quite a bit of the military base in the circle, but ReaperX, I like this rotation from ReaperX. Right, they're going to be not crossing the bridge yet. They know there is a real possibility the circle can shift to the southern part of the map, and they're ready for that. Right, I would like to see them kind of take control of the bridge, though. So depending on which way the circle is, they can head up north or they can head down south and be more safe. But for the time being, looks like they're going to be pretty comfortable just setting up camp south of the military base bridge. APES have pushed all the way towards Ferry Pier. We have P7 still towards Yasnaya in the blue, although they're not going to be taking too much damage. And Casper's going for a very roundabout way. Look up north. What's he doing, Clash? He's all the way towards Severny.
I think he just wants to be, stay alive in the game a little longer because he knows nobody's going to be there waiting from him inside the circle. But let me remind you, that's WayToConqueror who is here, who's conquered the Everest. This team, if they have proper scope in their weapon, that they could be really, really a troublesome team for the teams like WC KTM and also Team PeaklySeven, who will be entering from the northern side of the map. And I don't know if PeaklySeven knows that there are players uphill.
Well, they will eventually be finding out. Pain, in the meantime. I like Pain. I really enjoyed watching them during the group stage. I think they were a very, very fun team to watch, but it's kind of unfortunate that they have kind of fallen off towards the end. Iron, hold on. He's got no mercy. So a little bit of vengeance for his teammates. But now that he's got the kill, I think the jig is up. Now Unity know exactly where the last man is. And the circle, it's still kind of on the bridge. And Reaper has crossed on over. I believe this is a very smart play, right? Because I think Reaper is just playing the information. They know the only other team who likes dropping in the military island is Astra Academy, correct? So they're going to get control of this bridge, and they're just going to play next to it. If the circle does shift even further down, they're going to be fine. As we do have one man standing, never mind, Iron will be taken down. And with that, NepalEsports will be eliminated from the server. Unity, they're going to be a little annoyed that they lost No Mercy, but you know what? It's a team wipe. They do lose just to one player, so they're going to be still pretty happy. They still have control of Primorsk. I'm sure that a couple of boats around as well. They can work around on the beaches too. And if the circle does shift to the military island, they can just grab a boat and carry on. I don't think there's going to be anyone there waiting for them. So they're in a pretty good spot for the time being.
Yeah, of course. And we still have two teams, by the way. Astra Academy and Nightmare still outside the blue zone, you know, somewhere around the Noble Breeze, which is going to be really troublesome. It seems Nightmare, they're just waiting for Astra Academy to cross that breeze and ambush them right away. And, you know, that's going to be really difficult as well for Nightmare. There's nothing to lose for Nightmare.
Nothing to lose at all. And this, they say, right, the most dangerous animal, it's a wounded one.
And also for Astra Academy, both of these teams, one who is currently at the top of the leaderboard and one who is currently at the bottom of the leaderboard. They're just chilling out in the...
Astra Academy, I want to see them in like the Pro League. I want to see them play against the best out there. They have impressed me beyond belief, right? They're so good. They're so damn good. Like they know how to take... I mean, which fight to take, which fight not to take. They're not as one-dimensional as compared to Apes, where Apes more like, oh, we see someone, we're going to kill them. But, you know, they don't bother about the placement points, which is in itself a fun thing for me personally. But I feel Astra Academy, they tick all the check boxes. Dexter, what have you done? Dexter, why have you done this to yourself?
I think he was taken out by the play zone because they're still driving outside. Yeah, he's outside the play zone.
But why are you so? I mean, why are you so late in the rotation? There's no one there. Reaper are in a good spot here, close towards the ferry pier. Got to be worried about the fact that Apes are nearby as well. They're in that mound, that little hillock where they are usually very, very comfortable, well entrenched in. And ReaperX, they have this vehicle, so in case they need to make a quick getaway, they have options available to them.
Yeah, and the fact that they're here close to the breach is because the circle itself, nobody knows where it's going to go. And most of the teams, they're lined up somewhere around the beach here. If in case the circle shifts towards the southern side, towards the military base, they're going to grab a boat, they're going to grab their vehicle and just move directly towards the circle. And as time goes by, we will be looking at the new circle anytime soon. Wow. It's going to be really good to see Reaper PeaklySeven here. It's going to be a really important game for these teams as well because not much of a point difference with those three games today. You know, Reaper, all right, they climbed up as well. Yeah,
and it looks like Dexter has been arrested by his teammates. So NTE Nightmare moving in from Pochinki. Oh! Look at that! Look at that circle. Unity. It's going to be a Primorsk circle. When was the last time you saw a Primorsk circle? When was the last time you even played a Primorsk circle clash? You don't see this often.
I don't remember, but I remember you saying I prefer Primorsk circle.
I do. I used to love dropping towards Primorsk. My teammates used to hate me, and they'd be like, "What's wrong with you, Blair?" But I'm like, I like Primorsk. No one drops there. But here we go. Everyone congregating. And it's a big exodus of players from the blue. You can see Apes and ReaperX on a trajectory for each other. That could get messy. NAIKON in pain. No one's stopping, but they're going to get off the vehicle. Saxy and Doggy taking the fight. It's going to be a knock taking place, but a quick trade taking place as well from the side of NAIKON. NAIKON looks like going to be coming out on top here. Blake, he needs to help his teammates real quickly here. Mufasa, he's going to finish off the remaining standing players. There we go. Finishes off Saxy. And Blake now trying to get the trade, trying to reply back, trying to find Mufasa. Mufasa's going to go prone, and for the time being, he's going to be okay. As Rambo and Blake trying to avenge their fallen teammates. 2 down for the team. Rambo pushing on up, looking to finish off 9. And that was a messy battle indeed. 9 will be found out, and he should be taken down here by Rambo. And 1 player remains. Mufasa. He's healed himself. Blake, I think he knows. Or does he? I don't think he does.
He knows. He was shooting at him, right? What?
Blake?
He was shooting him. Oh, so many players gonna join here. If he doesn't know, that smoke's gonna wear off anytime soon. Mufasa needs to be careful as well. He doesn't have any helmets. Really damaged vest. Couple of shots. That's all he need. And look at that. No first aid kit, nothing. Blake is busy looting, and that smoke is gonna wear off. Uh-oh.
Blake! Oh no! Blake has been taken down by Mufasa, and Mufasa now looking for the second player. He knows there was another player nearby. And he's gonna go prone again, waiting for Rambo to arrive. It looks like Mufasa's not finishing up Blake though. There we go. Blake will fall. That was careless from Blake. And like you said, he knew he was there. And I'm confused. He didn't get the knock. And he finishes off the player who was already knocked down. So he should have realized who he was shooting at. Oh, the nade is perfect. Oh, a little too deep. A little too deep. Rambo, though, taking bullets from somewhere afar. And he's got to go prone as well. And now Mufasa and Rambo, sleepy neighbors next to each other.
Mufasa, he doesn't have any first aid kit though. Come on, he needs to find one. Look at that. Only bandages. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Mufasa, no helmet, nothing. And the only thing that's going to cover him a little, buy some time is those vehicle and a couple of smoke, which is going to wear off anytime soon. They've been trading those smokes, those nades as well. Oh, that was really close.
Mufasa has a guardian angel looking over him right now. And yeah, smoke's deployed. Rambo, what's he doing? Cooks the nade. Molotov rather, and it's a little too deep though. Mufasa won't be forced to move anytime soon. He's using all the bandages he's got. It's so tedious, isn't it? It's just so slow.
The patience though. Oh my god.
Oh, look at the circle shift as well. It's towards Ferry Pier, and guess who's waiting? Apes.
Lots of teams there. 5 power already making the move inside the circle, which is good, and lots of teams will be following the same path, and Rambo is gonna fall.
Mufasa comes out on top. He wins it. How has he done this, Mufasa? My, oh my. Lone man standing for his team, and he will keep his team alive in the running.
Now he's got plenty of time to loot all those crates for himself, for those first aid kit and everything. Meanwhile, we have a bit of battle going on here with the beach. 5 power joining in the party, including WC. KTM, it's not looking good. Apes as well, look at that. There's some pit here and there in this beach, and it looks like they're gonna take a little advantage of those pit here.
Have you watched Saving Private Ryan?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much a recreation of the opening scene of the D-Day landing. Of course, it's a different scenario altogether. Dexter getting tapped away. He's going to try and use that buggy for some cover. We can see players just dropping by the wayside. P7 coming under heavy fire. Lion just drove on it. He just drove straight towards the beach. What is going on? Hypes, though, replying back, finding Opti. This is madness. Lion will be taken down. I do believe that is going to be it for WTC. A perfectly placed nade by 5 power. And I love how 5 power spread about this beach. Apes are in the distance as well. WC, KTM, just swimming in the water. They're like, screw it. We don't have to deal with any of this. Peek up in the meantime with the M24. I think it's an M24 this time around, not an AWM. He's got to get the knock to Dexter and finishes him off.
Oh, this is going to be so chaotic here. Lots of teams are going to be eliminated by the time the circle closes in. Lots of teams are going to be eliminated. We're down to 12, 34 alive, but so many players in this outside. Look at the nade. Perfectly done. Mondo. Power those nades.
Mondo magic there with the nade. A double knock. Pika in action. Now, they do have that little bit of cover, the little bit of depression in the ground to work with, and they have those vehicles as well. They want to probably blow up these vehicles, and second nade, it's going to be way too shy there. It's going to be way too short, rather, of where Astra Academy are. But now Astra Academy, aware of 5 power's position, those 2 players in the water from WCKTM, if they get up, they can get a couple of clean knocks here, but it looks like they're just content swimming around, just enjoying the water, enjoying the scenery, just pretty much content watching everyone just duking it out. The nade is good from action. Double nades coming in. Boo, is he going to stay alive is a question. Oh, somehow still standing. Luckily for 5 power, since they're kind of separated from each other, even if Boo gets taken down, it's only going to be one player is going to be taken down, right? The problem being no possibility of a res. Action, however, coming under fire is Warzone. Who's going to get a knock?
You know what? Team 5 Power, Team Astra Academy, they have to take that fight. They have to really take that fight. There's nowhere else to go. They have to eliminate those players right ahead of him. And Victor Gaming, they've been giving a lot more trouble to these players from inside that compound. I believe they are the only team inside the compound. And Nightmare, it seems they were trying to engage with the teams. But damage with an aid. Uh-oh. There's a player from Nightmare.
Versi. He can't go for the res here now. He's done for the nade. Should finish him off. There we go. Nope. No, second one works. Damage. Oh, the reply comes in, but I think that's an Uzi. And at that range, Versi's done for. Nightmare, well, the woes do continue. They will be eliminated in the 12th place, however. Now, Astra Academy battling multiple fronts. The nades from Vino is being quite a problem indeed for Astra. Actually, he's going to deploy a smoke, which is actually going to help out Astra Academy. Scry is going to get res onto action. Meanwhile, We take a look at who is left alive. We have 11 teams still in the running. NAIKON alive on 8 points. 1 player still standing. WC KTM Rage, 2 players in the water. They're not bothering with any kill points whatsoever. Victor Gaming, all 4 alive and 4 points to their name as well. ReaperX though, they're in a very good spot. They don't have to move, but they want to get a few kill points here. You don't want to just purely rely on placement points. And Scooby, he's trying to get the res, but he is getting bullied by Astra Academy. Top, coming over the top, just posturing. He's not really committing to the push, which is smart from him. There's no need to overcommit here. There's no need to go for this push where you might get wiped out. Scry and Pika in the meantime using the vehicle to reposition themselves further away in towards the safety of the circle. And if you look at the mini-map on the top right side, it's a kaleidoscope of colors, kaleidoscope of teams, kaleidoscope of death as everyone's falling by the wayside.
While everybody's busy fighting here towards the western side of the map, there is a couple of players, Mufasa and Sunny from Team Epic, and they're actually way too off towards the northern side. One player alive for the teams. But look at this, lots of smokes. That's what they need. Those pit is definitely not going to be enough for them. They have to find those smokes. Lots of. I wonder how many nades they've got. Come on, they've been throwing those nades one after another. It's been 2 circles, right?
It's like a magic bag you see in these movies like Harry Potter and stuff, where you just put your hand inside and you never run out of stuff. And it's like an entire arsenal of grenades for the side of 5 power. He's not done yet. He even has a Molotov. He's gonna toss on it. It's a little too deep to make life rough for Action and Top. Epic's Sunny will fall to the play zone, and with that, Epic Gaming would also bid us adieu. I'm more surprised with the fact that NAIKON still haven't lost Mufasa. Mufasa's somewhere around, proning, hiding, and he's not dead yet.
He's actually way outside the blue. He's searching for some more first aid kit, it seems. And Astra Academy here, they've made some good move by eliminating a player from Team 5 Power. They have 2 pits now to control, and 5 Power, they are slowly being pushed by Team Astra Academy, which seems kind of difficult for them as well. Because look at that, lots of teams, and they know that there are lots of teams around those beach as well, so it's going to be difficult. Looks like Mufasa is... Okay, he found a vehicle, which is good. Is he going to enter the circle, though?
If he makes his way in, that'd be huge. Horoshi, in the meantime, knocking out himself with his own nade, a teammate. That's Rav Boo. He spots ahead. He's lying in wait. Mufasa taken down, though, in the vehicle. He tried to make a play there. Gotta respect him for it, but he will fall in the end. 5 Power, are they going to strike is the question. Benoris, meantime, from VG, taking the fight to 10 Shade. And 10 Shade, I think they're down to like 2 members now. Yes, they are. Everyone proning. Look at the circle shifting. It's on Reaper. It's on ReaperX and APES. They don't have to move now. Everyone else, there are like 5 or 6 teams outside of the play zone, have to now go for a bit of a rotation, and that's the opportunity for 5 Power to strike. They're close to the circle. They don't have to move yet. What they're waiting for is for Astra Academy to make a play, and then they're going to be mowed down. Scooby, he's lying in wait. He's tossing Scooby snacks in. He's calling Shaggy as well, telling him, watch it, Shaggy. And he's going to be rattling off a few shots. Pika's going to cross on over. Scry and Top still waiting. Action, he's going to get into his vehicle. Scooby waiting, biding his time. WC KTM Rage still in the smoke. Action's going to get off, and he's going to get a knock. He's going to find Jox 999, and he in turn will be finished off though by 728 FTW, and somehow KTM, they're still in the running. What is going on? I'm losing my mind trying to comprehend the sheer madness of what we're witnessing at the moment.
21 players, 6th circle. This is going to be chaotic. And look at that. That was a bold move by Team Astra Academy. Beautifully done. But also APES, they were waiting for that exact move. Pika, I think he's going to stay there. Okay, that's a really good move.
He's in a vehicle inside the water. And it's like, yeah, screw you guys. I'm out of here. And he's going to heal himself up, which is smart. Sitting in the vehicle, and he's going to slowly sneak his way towards his teammate. I thought he was going to let his teammate die, but he looks like he's going to be going in and trying to go for the res, which is so very risky from him, as Admiral drops Sancho. ReaperX finally battling against the APES, and ReaperX are in a fantastic position on the periphery of the circle. Res is going to be coming on in. Hustler is going to help his teammate up here. APES still 3 players alive. ReaperX all 4 alive. They have this little bit of hut as well to work with, which is going to be so crucial, Clash. That might be the only cover available on the map, on the beach, as we speak.
Of course, yeah. There's nothing else, and the circle is going to shift again. Sanchir taking some huge damage. Spurs, he can actually use that UAZ as an advantage. If the circle moves a little further, he can use that and just line up to make a cover in that open field. But looks like, as you said, it's chaotic. Look at that. How many teams are there?
VG,
oh my goodness.
VG, they're burning, taking so much damage, but they're still standing, still alive. All 4 members of VG, all 4 members of ReaperX, and ReaperX, they seem to be almost out of med kits or like first aid kits, right? They're even using bandages, and we're still not down to the final circle. Astra Academy, Pika, and Scry. A bit of depression in the ground to work with. Sanchir, I think, is the lone man standing for the side of Apes. It's P7 non-stop. P7 have been quiet so far, but finally the battle will break out. They're going to find Boo, but non-stop will be taken down by the play zone, and with that, PeaklySeven will be eliminated with 3 points to their name in the 8th position. Look at Sanchir creeping up. He can hear Astra Academy. He wants to take the fight, but he's afraid the moment he shows himself, he will be taken down. WC KTM Rage, they were hiding all this while, finally will be eliminated, and now we're down to the final 6 teams, and 15 left alive in the circle.
It looks like Team Astra Academy, they're going to regret that rotation because they should have stayed with the 5 power up there towards the western side, because that's where the circle is heading now. They made that huge rotation toward the southern side. They have to go back again through Team Apes. That's going to be a really problematic thing for Team Astra Academy here. And okay, Reaper still looking good, but they are outside the circle. Look at that. The circle is starting to close in, and they have to leave. Astra Academy, they have nothing to travel.
Who's going to blink?
They should rely on their... Yeah.
Well, who's gonna make a move? Sparsh on the UAZ. He's gonna go for the play here. He's going for the Hail Mary play, and he's just gonna try and drive his way into the circle. And I think he's made it. Has he made it? Yes, he has. He's actually managed to make his way inside of the zone. And now Astra Academy out in the open. Scry will be dropped by Warzone. Pika does finish off Sam OP eventually, though. But it looks like it's all down to Pika. He is still outside of the circle, I believe. A Scream will fall while it was tossing and cooking the nade. White from Apes on a rampage with 5 kills. Apes still have 3 alive. They are in the circle. ReaperX, how many players left? I think they just have 1. No, they got eliminated. What? What? They had a player in the circle. They just got eliminated. What the hell happened there? As Warzone comes charging on in. Absolute madness. Cage is going to take him down. 10 shade. 10 shade. Cage, last man left standing, and is dealing death and destruction everywhere. And Apes now, 3 players alive, 6 kills to their name. It is a 3v3v1v1. ReaperX still alive though. My bad, I take it back. I didn't even spot that. ReaperX Sparsh all alone in the center of the circle, and he's not budging. He's not moving. They don't have a single kill to the name, but they don't need to. They just need to play for the placements.
Well, it knocks down a player with a vehicle there in the last moment. This is such a small circle. 4 teams alive in the game, and look at the chaotic thing. We have, I think, 1 player for each and every team except Team Apes. White is down, so it's gonna be 1v1v1v1.
This is beyond intense. This is beyond tense. This is just pure butt clench. White, there's no way Hustler is going to be going in for the res here, right? I mean, that doesn't make sense. And with that, White will be taken down. Hustler finished off, and with that, it's a 1v1v1. Victor Gaming, 13 points. They're looking good. VG Scream, the lone man left standing. He knows where Cage is. He's going to take the fight, but Cage is not going to win the duel. It's all down to the 1v1. Scream versus ReaperX. Sparsh now, he knows exactly where Scream is. He knows Scream has to go for the heal, and Sparsh is looking in for the hunt. He's trying to finish him off, trying to go for the pre-fire. ReaperX won that chicken dinner. He's running around in circles, and it's going to be the jumping spray coming in, but doesn't matter. ReaperX, they get the chicken dinner, and with that, they have definitely cemented a position in the 2nd place there. What a game from Sparsh. It looked like, or 3rd place, they're still very close to the 2nd place. It looked like it was over for ReaperX, but Sparsh with the hero play. I've lost my voice. I've lost my voice after that game. Oh man, what a game, Clash. What a game. Wow.
What a game that really was.
I don't even know how.
Absolutely chaos.
Oh, I don't know how they played out, man. Take it away.
So that's the reason you like Primork Circle.
Yeah, because it winds up on the beach, and when it winds up on the beach, it's madness, right? I think Victor Gaming, I think they might have come out on top. They had like 13 kills or something. So let's take a look very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, the MVPs and the top players of that game. That was probably my favorite game so far of the playoffs. That was nuts. Scream from VG, 5 kills, 798 points of damage. He came so close to winning that clutch in the end, but it was not to be. And take a look at the top 4 players here, Clash. And of
Well,
course,
he
Kratos
tried,
got-
you know.
He tried his best, and I feel like if he had time to go for the heal, there was a world he could have won it, right? But then a perfectly timed push coming from Sparsh there, as White with from Team Apes with 6 kills, damage from VG with 5, Warzone from VG with 2 kills. VG were dominant when it came to the kill department, and now we can take a look at the match summary, where we can see who had the highest amount of damage, which was Scream, highest number of kills, White, top with the longest distance kills, Sparsh from ReaperX, 16,000, almost 16,000 meters traveled, which is quite a bit for Erangel, and in the end, he comes out on top as well. Hustler with the most number of assists. Let's take a look at the map standings.
Okay, we have Victor Gaming with 26 points. That's going to help them a lot to climb a little bit up in the leaderboard. Started from 6th place. I wonder where they are right now after 4 matches played here in the day 3 of Wildcard Regional Finals. So Reaper with a chicken dinner is still in the 2nd place. Look at that. They haven't got much kills, right? The chicken dinner definitely helped them to grab that 18 points. But yeah, Apes, well, it's the best game for them today.
It is, and it's been a very quiet game for the side of Apes. We had 10 Shade, great showing coming on. NAIKON 8 kills, but unfortunately Mufasa not able to stay alive for too long there because there wasn't not much cover for him to work with. Looking at the second half of the table, PeaklySeven are going to be a little disappointed, right? They were in the 2nd place. They still are going to be in the 2nd place, but that lead they had might be dwindling as we speak. WC KTM Rage in the 10th place, Pain Gaming, Epic Gaming, Nightmare. 2 points, not that great. WTC 1, NepalEsports 1, and GozzaEsports getting eliminated very early there in the game on 1 point. And now we can take a look at the damage graph, where we have Victor Gaming. I mean, no surprise, right? 14 kills, 2,639 points of damage. Just a lot of damage, a truckload of damage being dealt there. Coming right beneath them, close to each other, 10 Shade, Apes, and ReaperX. I feel bad for ReaperX because they only had 3 kills. Yeah, they got a chicken dinner. They only had 3 kills, but 1,500 points of damage, Clash. That's a lot.
Yeah, they were dealing a lot more damage to every single direction. You know, they had a beautiful compound in the end as well. They were killing. They were throwing nades to the right, to the left. That was some chaotic battle. And the last game, come on.
Yeah,
we started.
I don't think I can take another game like that.
Yeah, we started with the fun game like Gozza chasing those players from Team NAIKON, and the end was simply amazing as well.
The end was spectacular. I have nothing else to add to that, but I do want to take a look at the overall standings, the rankings. Astra Academy 199, 1 point away from 200. PeaklySeven on 145 points in the 2nd place. ReaperX the 141, 4 points away from the 2nd position, which PeaklySeven now hold. But don't forget the Apes just right behind them, trailing by 4 points as well. So the 2nd to the 4th place, the difference is a grand total of 8 points. That is nothing in a game of PUBG Mobile. And then of course we have Victor Gaming. That game really catapulted them up to the 5th position. Now I know they're 107, Firepower 103, Team NAIKON 102, but you know, all they need is for PeaklySeven, ReaperX, and Apes to have 1-2 bad games tomorrow, and they have a chicken dinner game, like 1 or 2 good games. And anything could happen, right? They could potentially get that 2nd spot.
Yeah, they could eventually do that. But PeaklySeven and ReaperX, look at that. How consistent they really are with their games. 93 placement points, identical. Not much kill compared to the other teams, but that's something Team Apes should do as well, you know, because look at that, 30 points different than that placement point itself. If only they had managed to, you know, get that consistency in their games, they would have been there in the 2nd place by the end of the day here.
They would have. But let's take a look at the 2nd half of the table here. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not one of the guys who's going to be like, yeah, they're out of here. But let's be real. Like for Pain Gaming, for everyone below the 60-point mark, for them to make it to the next stage, it's nigh impossible, right? It's almost impossible. But if you're going to go out, at least go out with in a blaze of glory, right? Go out with a bang. And that's something I want to see from these teams. If you're going to go out tomorrow, at least have some fun. At least try and, you know, make a name for yourselves and, you know, just try and make an impact. Let's take a look very quickly at the kill leaders overall here, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it is going to be Astra Academy and Apes. I mean, are you even surprised, Clash?
Not really. Astra Academy action, 30 plus kills within these 12 games. That's something we've seen from these 4 players in the group stages itself. It's like they're repeating, you know, they're consistent with those kills for themselves.
It is really cool the way it's playing out right now. I mean, you can't deny APES, right? Even though they're not in the top 3 right now, they still have so many kills. I would love to see them step it up tomorrow and make things even more exciting. But as it stands right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 4-way battle, right? For that, a 3-way battle rather for that second spot. Astra Academy, I feel, are untouchable right now. These Mongolian boys are spectacular. They're incredible. The best team, in my opinion, right now in PMCO Spring Split Wildcard 2021. But this 3-way battle between PeaklySeven, and of course we have APES Incorporated, the other 2 Mongolian teams, and this Indian-Australian mix of ReaperX. Things are really, really heating up. And heading into day 4, the final day of the playoffs here tomorrow, I'm ready for it. And how about you, Clash? Like, how are you going to be prepping yourself, your mind, your body, your soul for tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm just going to take some good rest first.
All right. Yeah.
To be honest.
I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Go on.
To be ready for the finals, because it's going to be really, really chaotic battle. It's going to be heated, you know. Tomorrow, it's going to be so much heat there. In the Erangel, Sanhok, Miramar. Wow. I'm pumped up right now.
Wow.
I wish we could start the game right away.
I don't think I could take that. I don't think my voice could take it. I think I might crack, because that final game almost killed me. It almost ended me. It was that intense. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful remainder of the day. But do tune in bright and early tomorrow for the final day of the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split Wildcard 2021. I know it's a long name, but to summarize everything, we have 32 teams 2 weeks back. And now we're going to be deciding the 2 teams who will qualify out of the 32 tomorrow. So everything on the line. Don't forget the time. Tune in tomorrow, bright and early. For now, though, have a great remainder of the day. GG, well played. We'll see you tomorrow.